Hello, everybody, and welcome to Grindhouse, a series of Bad House RPG's second year anniversary one-shots. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer, and I will be presenting Hard Times on Easy Street, using the Spirit of 77 system by Monkey Fun Studios, a powered by the Apocalypse game that brings us the action, comedy, and ridiculousness of the 70s. Meet us after the break with some of Bad House RPG's announcements. We are recording this in the past, so that's that. But there should be a command for a giveaway using !grind, where we will be giving away pink to check out your Twitch messages by the end of the show. The content warnings for this show can be found by the Twitch command !grindcw, and the cast command is !grindcast. And speaking of which, hey, I'm Kendo, your DJ for the evening, which is what this game calls the Game Master. And yeah, that's that. And I will pass it on off to one of our first players, Zoe.
Hello everyone, it is I, so pronouns they, them, and I will be playing Roderick Pullman. That's about it. We'll figure out, you'll figure out the rest of the information later. Passing it to Mimi.
Hi, I am Michelle Jones, and today I'm going to be playing Barbara Brown, both use she, her pronouns.
And I am Eli, I use he, any pronouns, and today I will be playing Mordecai or Mods, who use he, him pronouns.
Yes. And with that, let's just get into it, baby. The year is 1979. The place? Well, that's easy. Our camera cuts in on the finest skyline a brother could ask for, the big city, where you either get busy living or, well, you probably know the West. But there's something even more fine than the big city, and that's where we're going, as our camera zooms in into the coolest corner of the city, Easy Street, a 5-mile strip of road acting as the heartbeat of the more soulful parts of this city, if you know what I mean. The kind of place brothers and sisters can live, work, and entertain themselves in a place they can call their own. Speaking of which, let's check on one of those sisters now. Our camera cuts to a long hallway in the middle of a tall residential building with fading old wallpaper, dirty carpet running down the center of it, and just bodies on bodies on bodies slumped up on walls, on the floor, and we see Barbara Brown in the middle of this as two more goons are coming out of doors, like from either side of this hallway. One of them is carrying a bat, the other one's carrying a hammer. They're wearing just like all black, like just the most just nothing people. And they're looking at you and they're ready for a fight. What do they and we see as they start running at you?
So, Barbara is tall, strong. She's got on a black full-body jumpsuit, low-cut V neckline, big ol' afro. She's got a sawed-off shotgun in a hip holster, and she turns and looks back over her shoulder as these two guys step out into the hallway. She says, "Now, boys, are you really being paid enough for this?"
So it sounds like immediately you were trying to intimidate them, which in this game is called Get in Their Face, which you can make a roll plus might to try to see if you can get them to come to their senses.
Well, that's only a 4.
Oof. Okay, on a 4, that is a failure. So you do get 1 experience point, which you can mark down. And these two guys are going to look at each other, look back at you, and then just and run at you. The guy carrying the bat is the first one to come, and he's just going to run at you and just go solid swing for like your head, essentially. And so because of that failure, I'm going to say that he's basically acting first. So if there is anything you want to do, like in response to this, you're going to have to either take the hit or get out of the way first.
I'll get out of the way.
Okay, so when you get out of the way, you're going to roll plus hustle.
And that's better. That is 14.
Okay, hey, that's a complete success. So on a 10 plus, you're going to avoid harm completely, and I'm going to even give you something better. I'm going to let you get a hit on this guy because he's just super not seeing it coming. So what does it look like when Barbara gets out of the way and then retaliates?
I think he comes swinging the baseball bat right for my head.
Mm-hmm.
I just take a quick step backwards so that it swings past my face, and he smashes it into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And in that same motion, I basically draw my gun and rest it on his shoulder to shoot past him.
That's so good. That's so good. Hey, I'm going to need you to smoke his ass. Roll plus hustle to fire to fire at this guy. After he swung at you, his bat splinters against the wall to the side of you. As you lay your shotgun down on his shoulder, take aim, and
so I'm shooting. I'm using his shoulder to balance to shoot past him at the other guy.
Yeah, the guy with the hammer.
And because I'm using a gun to do this, I will roll with something extra.
Right, which just means you roll with advantage.
I need you to know, I rolled 3 6s.
That's... Okay, you tell me what happens to this guy.
I have the gun balanced on the shoulder, one hand, other hand on my hip. I pull the trigger. Bullets, you know, I know I'm in an apartment building. I don't want to hurt nobody. This is just birdshot. It's gonna land square in the middle of his chest, knock him back.
Yeah, he goes flying backwards. Just you were almost to the end of this hallway. I'm gonna say you were like still like a good like 15-20 feet from like the last door at the end of this hallway, which is the place you're trying to get to. And so you fire at this guy and he flies back 10 feet, like landing against the ground, sliding against it, and his head bumps into the door behind him. And you said birdshot, right? So this is this like killing him, or
no? It's gonna sting like really bad later. Yeah. It's just gonna be lots of little pellets just like ripping a hole through his shirt.
Yeah, so his shirt is like just torn open and like this just completely messed up. And the guy whose shoulder you were using to balance on, like, I think the recoil of the shotgun actually like hits him in the head. Like you're able to, I guess, wanted curve the recoil of this gun, and it just bam to the side of the head, and he goes flying into the wall next to you, and like both of them are just knocked out in this single motion, leaving the only 2 people who are standing in between you and this door down for the count. What do you do?
Step over each body in the hallway.
Lots of groans and mumblings and like, ugh, and like slight movements from these people as you step over them.
Told you you're not getting paid enough for this. As I get to the end of the hallway, and let's be real, I shoot out the doorknob.
Yeah, I'll just let you do that. That's pretty badass. You fire off the door. You fire the doorknob off, and like the door kind of wood splinters as it swings open with like the force of being shot by a shotgun. And inside is like just this messy ass apartment, and there are like 4 other guys here, all of them like guns drawn, sweating, shaking, scared, and in the middle of them is this huge dude standing at about like 5'11", 6 feet tall, big guy, wearing a tank top that's like just a little too small for him, and in his hands is this big brown teddy bear with a big red ribbon on it, and he looks at you and says, "God damn it, baby, get her ass!" And the people there, all with guns, are like kind of trembling in a way. What do you do as you can see like their hesitation and his frustration and like trying to get them to go for you?
Now, DeMarcus, you know that's not yours. And you know, ain't no good reason for you to be making me come all the way out here. So, how about you just hand that over now?
Give me a what was the roll that I told you to make before? Oh yeah, give me a get in their face. I'm gonna, and because of all of the carnage that you've done, I'm gonna let you roll this with something extra.
So that's a 5 and 2 1s.
Okay. So, and I think,
you know what? That's just what it's like to be a black woman. No matter what you do, people just don't take you seriously.
that's so true. Hey, you get another experience point. You see this guy, he sees you, sees the frustration, sees like how scared everyone else is, and he takes the teddy bear, he stuffs it into his tank top, and you see him take on a stance, ready to ready to pull out some kung fu to try to beat your ass, while everybody else just kind of like, DeMarcus, whatever you doing, I'm not fucking stepping to her. But DeMarcus, he's ready. And we briefly cut to the outside of the building. I want you to describe to me the sounds we hear as you beat DeMarcus's ass.
I think there's about 5 seconds of just dead silence. Then you hear breaking glass, you hear wood splinter, you hear a surprisingly high-pitched scream.
That's not from her.
No. You hear a lamp shatter, and then... Alright. Thank you.
And we cut back in, and DeMarcus, somehow his shirt in tatters, bruises, cuts. He's like lying on the floor in the Peter Griffin like pose, while everybody else has fully dropped their guns, are all on the edges of the room. Of this, just like it looks like a tornado has ripped through here, and Barbara's keeping her cool. And you've got the teddy bear in hand. And as you start to walk out of here, leaving all these people kind of like shaking in fear and awe at just the fury and power that Barbara brings, you get a call. It's this is like, I feel like a little invention. It's one of those things that Mods has cooked up for you all, like back in the past. It allows people to call you wherever you are. Like, it doesn't, like, you don't have to be at home, like near the phone. You don't have to go to like, you know, a phone booth or nothing. You could just keep this bad boy in your pocket.
Yeah, I pull it out and I go... You got baby doll.
Barbara, it's Charlotte. It's about Willie.
Now you know I don't want to hear nothing about Willie.
Oh, you're gonna want to hear this. And our camera cuts to somewhere else on Easy Street. Moving towards the residential area of Easy Street, where these big brownstones and the nice family houses line either side of the street. Cars, really nice, well-maintained cars on either side of the street, and where folks can just kind of. It seems like a real nice place to live, real quiet, very friendly. There are people out and about doing their stuff, and our camera finds its place looking at this nice, small, one-story house with a big garage detached, and the garage door happens to be open, and inside is this really nice blood red Plymouth Roadrunner that is kind of hiked up on some mounts, and inside of this garage, going to moving around working on it, we see Mordecai Prescott. Eli, what do we see as the camera slowly is starting to move into this garage?
Yeah, so Mordecai is about maybe 5'6", has his hair in cornrows, and his clothes are just super baggy. Not in a stylistic way, but in a he literally just wasn't thinking at the clothes that he was grabbing when he was putting them on. He just needed clothes to be worn. So super baggy button-up shirt, super baggy jeans that are covered in oil stains and different rips that have been sewn shut and then reopened and sewn shut and reopened. He is very concentrated. He doesn't really he seems to be thinking about something very intently as he's moving around the shop, and the hood to the to Silas, his car, is open, and he's just sort of mumbling to himself with no one really in the garage, of just the things that he needs to do, the modifications that he's trying to do to the car, but it keeps jumping between that and also talking about jobs that he needs to do for the other people in the neighborhood and all sorts of other stuff. His sort of train of consciousness is just also very verbal, so it just sounds like nonsense to anyone who would walk in.
Yeah, I think we're catching you at this moment where you're getting all your stuff together so you can start to work on the undercarriage of the car. So you're getting down, you've got the little cart scooter that you can lie on and roll under, and our camera follows you as you roll under and are starting to get your tools out when you're working, and it stays there as we hear the sound of a car begin to roll up towards to the garage, and you hear the engine turn off, the door open, and there's this voice. It's not a voice that you have heard before. It's very feminine, very uppity, almost it sounds like someone from the big city, which, I mean, of course, you're all from the big city, but not someone from Easy Street. And you hear, "Hello, hi, excuse me. I was hoping you could help me."
What's the problem? And doesn't move from under the car, doesn't even look towards the person, is still very focused on what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I'm new around here, and I was just wondering if you knew. I'm just so hungry. I was wondering if you knew a good place to eat. I know there's a lot of places.
You're new around here. Where exactly are you supposed to be?
Where am I supposed? I mean, well, I was just driving around. I've I just moved to this neighborhood recently. You know, it's really nice. It's very affordable, and you know, it's really nice. So I was if you knew like any of like the good spots around here where someone could get a bite.
I like take a glance from under the car. I don't like remove myself from under the car, but I just want to like look at like the like bottom half essentially of the person that I'm talking to see if I can get any type of read on like who the fuck is in my garage right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can give me a roll plus brains as you try to scope out a scene. Either that, or you can give someone the third degree. The difference between these would be scoping out a scene would give you more information on like, hey, like, okay, what's going on here presently, and then the give someone the third degree would be, okay, what does this person want? It would be like more insight on her versus like the physical aspects of the situation itself.
I think give someone the third degree. I don't think Mods is like particularly like hostile, but I think he's very much like I said, what the fuck are you doing in my garage?
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is still a roll plus brains.
Yeah. It's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. On a 10 plus, you can hold 3, and during this conversation, you can spend hold for 1 to ask any of the questions on this list. Is your character telling the truth? What does your character intend to do? What does your character want me to do? How could I get your character to do blank? And I'll send these questions to you really quick in our chat. Exactly. But I will also describe exactly like who this person is. So, as you look out from underneath the car, you see the palest alabaster legs on a set of set of heels, red pumps even, and like you can see just like the bottom portion of like this long like thin skirt that this woman is wearing. You've never seen this white lady before, and she certainly isn't from around here. I mean, as she's already told you, right? But
I think first things first is your character telling the truth. About like just moving here and a cheap, affordable place, just looking for a bite to eat.
Yeah, I would say without having to like ask her this question, unless you do want to ask something that might probe for that.
I think I sort of just like repeat, sort of like what I just did. I'm just like repeating the same stuff back to her and just saying, "Oh, so you just moved here. It was kind of affordable, that you're looking for something to eat."
Yeah. I just moved. Me and my family, we just moved here. Actually, like just like a few houses down. You know, it's nice. You know, it's a little far from my husband's job, but you know, you can't beat the prices around here. And all these houses are just so cute. It has like a really nice, homey feeling here. And I think you get the sense that she is genuine, but I think you also get that there's perhaps like there's a tone in her voice that is giving something, like there is potentially more that she may be looking for or may be wanting. She's telling you the truth, but you feel like there's probably more to it.
Oh, okay. You're interesting. Where does your husband work exactly?
Oh, well, he's in finances.
It's very vague of you. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. What house did you move into exactly?
Oh yeah, well, just that house. It's 374. Name of street. 374 Browning Drive. And you know 374 was 374 Browning Drive was actually like, you knew the people who used to live there. You didn't hear that they moved out.
Okay. Okay, well, that's interesting for everyone involved. I think your best bet for food is probably going to be, there's a diner that is about an hour away. That's like the best food that you're gonna get.
Well, I was hoping that there would maybe be something a little more local. You
We
know,
don't eat here.
I want to get. Oh, come on! I'm sure you eat. How big and strong you are? Come on! You trying to tell me you're not eating good?
I'm 5'6". I don't know what you're trying to get at, but there's nothing big and strong about me. I'm very small, actually.
You do have one more question if you want to. Because
what does your
she lets that
character
one
intend to do?
Now, is that a question you're asking or something you're just trying to get insight out of?
I think I'm trying to get insight of like, why the fuck would you say I'm big and strong? Like that's crazy. So I think Mods is trying to internally figure that out without saying what is immediately coming to his mind.
Yeah. I think you start trying to like read into this situation. You're like, okay, what is this lady trying to do? What is she talking about? And like, I think there's the like internal, like, where have I seen this behavior before, to try to figure that out. And I think you have seen other people, you like the way that she's standing, the way she's talking to you, and like the words like, oh, you're like, you must be so big and strong, so on and so forth. These are words that you've heard people say both to Barbara and to Roderick, and usually based on just like context and conversation, these are people who are usually trying to hit on them.
I thought you said you had a husband.
Well, I mean, I do. I don't know what that has to do with this right now. I'm just, she seems very flustered by your mentioning of that.
Yeah, I don't see what it has to do with this either, but here we are. You're telling me I'm big and strong when you can't even see half my body, and the half that you can see is just baggy jeans. So...
Well, I mean, you working on cars, I imagine you like... Okay.
I roll out at this point and stand up, and I'm probably shorter than her, I would assume. But
I think in her pumps, you're like a little bit shorter than her. Mm-hmm. And she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, well, okay, well, maybe not big, but..." Yeah. And she does the thing that some white women do, where they begin to broach physical contact in a way that isn't necessarily like specific to the relationship that you have. She goes to try to touch your shoulders.
She goes to do that, and if like she steps forward almost like a dance, I like immediately match that pace and step back. Yeah. I'm just like, no, I don't think we'll be doing that today. Like I said, there's a diner about an hour north. You can head that way with your husband, and maybe I understand that you moved into this place because it was cheap, but the commute for your husband's bad. Maybe an hour away you'll be able to find something closer to your husband's work, and you can leave.
Well, you see her face gets this like, when a white woman doesn't get what she wants, the very like there's a kind of red flush that comes over her face. And now that you like are out, you can see she's like in her heels, she's like She's about like 5'7", in her heels, this long blonde hair, emerald eyes, like full, like she's kind of dressed a little too nice for someone who was just kind of going about a walk on the town, you know. She's kind of dressing up like she was like going somewhere or like meeting somebody, showing off a little bit, and her face flushes, her eyes scrunch, and she just goes, well, okay then. I thought that this was I thought this was going to be a nice neighborhood, but apparently some of y'all ain't friendly. And
I thought that you were here looking for car help, so I guess we're both disappointed. Bye.
She begins to mumble something under her breath as she stomps away to her car and slams the door shut.
I think as I see her car and her slam the door shut, I like analyze it, and I'm just like, she's gonna have a flat tire in about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Amazing. And she pulls off, and as she does, you get a ring on one of your little fun. What do you call this device? This phone that you can have on yourself at any point in time, and people be able to reach you.
A self phone.
So your self phone rings. Yeah, you get a little, you get some buzzing on your cell phone.
Go for mods.
Hey mods, it's Gregory.
Hey Gregory, how's it going?
Wish things were better. I hope I'm not the one telling you, but you hear about Willie?
I heard. No, I don't think I heard about Willie. How's he doing?
Ooh. And our camera cuts to one Roderick Pullman. Now, Roderick, you're on a delivery right now. How do you tend to deliver? Do you take a car? Do you walk? Public transportation? Public transportation is good on Easy Street. So.
Yeah, I mean, if it's less than like 3 miles, I'll walk. If it's like 3 miles or less, I'll walk. If it's more than that, I'm taking the delivery truck. It's one of those. It's the exact type of trucks that it's a repurposed like mail truck. So you know, it's got that open door. It's big and boxy, and it's got get screwed on it for screwed.
Screwed. Yeah, absolutely. So you're driving your truck, and you pull your truck up to this nice large brick building with this huge sign on it that says "Heating Up," and it's got this like large muscled up like black shirtless man with a thumb up, and like the thumb is like on fire. And underneath it says bathhouse. There we go. Yeah, it just says bathhouse underneath.
Heating Up Bathhouse. Oh, nice.
Yep.
Didn't even know we had this. Gotta love Easy Street. And I think he's in like delivery uniform because he doesn't like when people question him if he ever has to go into certain other neighborhoods. So he's got like a cap on and one of those like jumpsuits, basically, with his like casual clothes in the car or in the truck. And he goes to the back, opens it up, and grabs like very big planters of flowers.
Yeah,
with soil and all.
Of course. And as you start and I imagine you also have like one of those like flatbed dollies for like the large, so like you're putting like some of the stuff on there.
Yeah, he puts one large, like bigger than what each person should be holding, one large tray of flowers under his arm, and then the rest of like 6 are in the cart.
Yeah. And as you're taking it up, two men walk out. Both of them you've seen before. You know, they live on Easy Street. You've seen them around. And they go, "Oh, hold on. Let me hold the door open for you, sweetie."
Oh, thanks, guys. And he goes in. How was the bats today?
Oh, would have been better with you there.
Oh, I take a bath when I get home, but thank you.
Okay. And they head on off. And you go in, and it's gorgeous in here. It's got this very like Art Deco kind of look in here. Or at least in like this kind of like open area, and there is a desk out front where you see a woman you know of. I don't know how well you know her.
I mean, I feel like I deliver flowers here as often as those want me to.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, for some reason there's a lot of people here, like on the days that I come and bring flowers. It's kind of like a 1 to 2 week occurrence.
Yeah,
it's like he's kind of like, man, do flowers die that fast? Like,
no, you work with flowers. You know that but they don't.
Maybe and he kind of thinks, maybe they do because of the steam.
Could be. And you, and as you're walking up, you see Slim Kim. The owner of Heating Up Bathhouse. She is this shorter, heavy-set woman with this gorgeous dress. It's very like flowy and almost, I think, has like some of like that kind of like fur collar. And she sees you come in. She goes, well, Pullman, right on time with the flowers as usual.
Hello, Miss Kim. I actually think because I said that it's more frequent, he probably just has the one. They probably ask him to just bring like one every.
Well, no, this time it's a big order. It is a big order this time. It's a bigger order than normal.
Okay, so usually it's one. Okay, got it. He's hello, Miss Kim. Where do you got a big order today? Where do you want me to take it?
Well, you can set the one out in its usual places, and I gotta find, another place for the rest of them. I felt like the place needed a little prettying up. Maybe that'll help bring some more customers in.
Yeah. Get some rhododendrons, some peonies. We even got some African lilies. Recently we're growing them. They'll be done in a couple months, but make sure you get those. Yeah, okay. And he just puts it down. He's like, how's business?
It's fine.
Okay. He's kind of
do you just take her for her?
He's like, he thinks. He's like, yeah, it's fine. And then he I think there's a beat of seconds of silence that probably a regular person would probably fill. And he's like, okay. And then he goes and places the pots. Business is hard sometimes. I own Screwed now. They're kind of Mr. Mr. to do that. Yeah. He's felt like retiring. He's passed it on. He's let me in on all the secrets now. There's like a shed that I work. That's a part of my duty now that I took over. And it's usually his shop. He's told me it's got 2 instructions. One, if there's a fine-looking gentleman, if there's a nice-looking gentleman, then I'm allowed to let them in if they ask. They have to ask, though. If they're not fine-looking gentlemen, they have to give me $5.
Ryder,
I don't really get it.
Ryder, please tell me you know what the shed's for.
No, I've never been back there.
Even when Lord I was in heaven. You know what? I'm gonna let you figure out what the shed's for in your own time.
Okay. I tend to I clean it. It's really nice.
Good. It should be clean, dear. It's gotta get clean. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's always sticky in there for some reason. I don't really get it. Must be the soil. But yeah. Well, what about you? Why is business lacking? You getting less people?
Well, it's not necessary. We're getting the same amount of people, but we've always just been kind of running just about even. But You know, things are getting more expensive now, and you know, you heard about what happened to the Pound, and you know that the Pound is one of the older clubs on Easy Street. It's like one of the places like everyone. It's like a music hall. It also had like kind of like a bathhouse deal, like kind of attached to it. It was like the place that like a lot of people on Easy Street came around and had a good time. It was like it's a core part of a lot of people's experiences, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I heard they were getting a new DJ. Is that still happening?
Oh no, sweetie, they got bought out.
What?
Yeah, some investment firm from the big city came swooped in, bought them up. Apparently, you know, they were paying triple what the place was actually worth. So, you know, I mean, with that kind of money, you can't really argue with them. But
I mean, I guess not. I don't know what I would do if someone offered me that much money.
yeah, look, and that's why I'm just, you know, if I can make this place be something more than just a little bit stable, you know, maybe I could justify it. But if they come knocking on my door, I can't for sure say that I'd say no.
Oh, it means you gotta get more people. I mean, I can bring you more flowers. Anything that I can do to help you?
I mean, Roderick, if you just came around more often, I'm sure I'd get plenty of people coming on in here.
Oh, that's just... You just want me to show up more?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, like, I don't know. Look, I can pay you a couple of dollars an hour if you just want to stand out here in front, maybe hold out a sign out front, or hell, I'll even let you use the bathhouse for free if you just kind of sit around.
Oh, I've never used a bathhouse. I mean, I'm usually always working, but that sounds nice.
You should relax. I'm sure you'd love it, and the customers would as well.
I mean, all the guys are really nice. They hold the door when I come in. Got a nice place here. I'd love to help. You don't have to pay me much.
Okay. Hey, sweetie. No, I make sure my workers get paid, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Well, yeah, you know, sign me up. When do you need me next? I give you, you know where I work, so.
How about we start you next week?
Can do. I'll be here next week. You want me to come? What are the hot? You want me to come during hot hours, the good hours, the bad hours?
How about the good hours?
Okay.
That way we can make them even better.
Maximize attendance. Can do.
Mm-hmm. That way people know to expect you.
Like a mascot. Do you want me to dress? You want me to dress like the big man on the fiery thumb?
If by that you mean take off your shirt and just parade around like that, absolutely, hon. I'm sure this place will be booming.
Can do, Miss Kim.
You are so sweet. You are so sweet, Roddy. And as she says that, you get a call on your cell phone.
I think Roddy's just buzzing with excitement about like a fun opportunity. And the phone rings, just like, what the hell? Goes into the car, reaches into his bag. It's with the rest of his clothes, picks it up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, how do I? God. He's like, it takes longer than it should to figure out how to open it.
Give me a brains roll. Just a brains roll. This isn't a move. Give me a brains roll.
Oh, God. You know I have no... Oh! Wow. I got a 10. No modifier.
You get it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, you just get it. You're able to... It takes you a while. But
I think it's the 7th ring, because phones do 8 rings before they go to ringtone. Don't ask me why I know that. Yeah, he's holding it with 2 hands. Yeah, what's up? It's Roddy Pole. Man.
Oh, hey, Roddy. And this is a voice you haven't heard in a hot second. This is the voice of one of the people back on the force.
Oh.
And it's Compton.
Compton. How you? What's up? Why are you calling me?
Hey, yeah, sorry to call out of blue. I've got, you hear about William?
No. I mean, we talked last week. I mean,
Nonsense.
no, we try to meet everyone in 2 weeks. Get some eats, get some grub.
Oh boy.
You know, me and Willie. Why?
All right, bud. Hope you're sitting,
I happen to be, yes.
cause William died last night.
I thought he was supposed to quit. What do you mean he died?
Look, I don't. They found him at a bar last night. Holes. Riddled. Just bloody and. Somebody got him. I don't know. Fuck.
What bar?
This. Look. How about you come on over to Hot Shots, which you remember as being like the bar. It's not on Easy Street.
Yeah.
It's like just outside of Easy Street, and it's a place where like all of the people on the force. I'm not going to call them your friends. The other people on the force, like after hours, would get together and like have their drinks after shift, so on and so forth. Like, come on over to Hot Shots. We're me and the boys were getting drinks. I can. God, fuck. Yeah, I can tell you what we know.
Okay. And he hangs up, like immediately hangs up the phone. Does not want to talk to this person any longer, because you just threw a grief bomb at him. I don't even remember this person's name, and I don't think Roddy even cares. And he goes.
Yeah. And you start heading off to Hot Shots. I want to cut back to Barbara and Mods. The two of you have also gotten this information from Willie's mom and dad, rather than the police, obviously. What would your first inclination be, as far as like, what do you do after you hear that Willie died?
Barbara goes about the rest of her day.
Heard, Chef.
Mods would probably, like, after getting off the phone, like, close up, make sure that his car was good to drive, like, close up everything, and drive over to Barbara's house. And if Barbara wasn't there, sort of just, like, wait in the driver's seat until Barbara shows up.
Yeah. Barbara, you, after the whole thing with DeMarcus, I think you take you take the teddy bear back to its owner, Ashley. Wait, is that the right name? Yes, it is Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. You to Ashley, who is the daughter of your kind of on again, off again thing that you have with Kylie Forrester. And yeah, I guess at what point do you think that Barbara comes back home?
Probably a few hours. Like,
Yeah.
Like I drop off the teddy bear. I tell Kylie, like, hey, if that no good ex-husband of yours tries anything, just call me. I'll be right over.
Of course.
I go back to the office. I like do some paperwork, some filing. I am almost like deliberately more than usual sticking to what would be my regular routine. It's out of spite. I'm not willing to change what I do for this news. So it's probably around like 4:30 when I get home.
Yeah.
And I see Mods parked in the driveway. And I just walk up to the driver's side door. It's not even the driveway, it's the sidewalk, let's be real.
You walk around to the passenger door.
But no, I walk to the driver's side door.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And just wait for the window to roll down.
All right.
I roll down the window. Hi, hello. I've gotten a lot of news today, and none of it was good. How are you? I'm not delivering the bad news to you, am I? You already have it, right?
Yeah. I already got the bad news.
Okay. Cool.
Listen, Mods, I know you and Willie stayed friends, so...
I mean, we all did.
I know you and Willie stayed friends, so I'm sorry that... sorry for your loss.
Did they tell you anything about what happened? Like, do they know what caused this? Who?
I mean, I think they didn't want to give his mom too much information, but it sounds like shooting or something.
Well, we could go talk to Roddy. I'm sure he might have more information, being close with them people.
Them people.
There's nothing that Roddy could say to me that would make me want to talk to him.
So y'all are still on the outs. Okay. Well, what if I asked really nicely? I'll start with that.
Ask really nicely.
Can we please go talk to Roddy?
There's like 5 seconds. And then she walks around the car and gets in the passenger seat.
I dial Roddy.
Yeah. Roddy, you get the call from Mods as you're on your way to Hot Shots.
Yeah, the phone is ringing yet again. This time, because it's only been like 10 minutes, I know how to answer it. Actually, it's probably... I pick up the phone while I'm driving, and I'm driving with one hand, and I have the phone in another, and I kind of like get a little worried. Oh shit, how am I gonna...
I hear the car in the background, and I say, hit the speaker button.
Oh, thank God. Hey, I click the one that looks like a speaker. Hey, what's up, Mods?
Hey, do you need to pull over to talk? Because you're not that good of a driver even without the...
Idea. And I pull over immediately upon getting the suggestion. That was a great idea. Holds it again with 2 hands. Hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm not delivering you bad news, am I? You already have bad news, correct?
Upon hearing bad news, he thinks of the bad news that he just got and gets really, really sad, and you hear an audible, oh.
Alright, Roddy got the bad news. So... obviously, there are some, there's like, how do I put this best? You might still talk to the, lovely law enforcement that might have some information.
Well, I don't talk to them, and they're not lovely, but I'm going to talk to them right now.
I cover the microphone on the phone and I turn to Barbara. Progress. He said they're not lovely.
They're not very nice at all.
not very nice at all, apparently. So
Barbara just makes a stink face.
we move.
The worst person
Okay.
you know makes a point.
Well, could you maybe ask some questions of what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I was planning on doing that. I was gonna ask some questions like, where was the bar? Why? And how? The W's, the important W's.
The important W's. Barbara, anything you want to add to that question list?
You see a lot of things cycle through mentally. I feel like this is the shot where it's like her face goes transparent and you can see like a wheel turning, like in the silhouette. And there's phrases like, "Did it smell like bacon?" And "I hope it hurt." And then eventually it settles on, where are you going to be at?
I'm assuming I hear
yeah,
Barbara
we're on
ask that
speaker.
question. I don't respond because I'm not allowed to talk to Barbara.
Barbara would like to know where you're going to be at. Sorry,
Oh, thank
I
you.
forgot the y'all.
We're going to Hot Shots. My mom says I'm not allowed to talk to Barbara, Mod, so please do relay all the information.
Cool. Hot shots.
Let's go.
Okay, we'll see you so very soon.
Do you want me to wait outside, or do you want me to go in first?
Maybe wait outside so that they don't immediately go to like. Yeah, just wait outside.
Okay. Yeah. We'll, I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Don't forget to use your blinker, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Paul hangs up the phone and is really flustered and warm for some reason after that call, and he doesn't really get it, but he takes out the fan that he has, the hand fan that you get at churches, that he keeps in the, the wood plus the cardboard.
Yeah, like the wood, like popsicle stick with with the like paper cardboard. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
he just, I always get so nervous when I talk to Mods and Barbara. And he goes over.
I love the tagline and Barbara.
Well, that one feels like, when you walk into a room with a tiger, of course you're going to be nervous, but he doesn't quite understand, like, the Mods one.
Okay.
I turn to Barbara. Am I gonna have to play owl for telephone for this whole shindig, or do you two know how to sort of be in the same room and chit chat with one another without killing each other?
I haven't killed
I
him
mean,
yet.
isn't respectfully. That's a good point. That's a very good point, and I appreciate that. We are going into a bar that has law enforcement, and I would prefer not to be arrested today. I do have a docket of cars that I need to be working on. I have scheduled appointments this week.
We're not getting arrested.
Somehow, I don't feel better. I crank up the car.
Spoken like a threat. All right. So the three of you head to converge in on Hot Shots, and eventually you all end up at this bar. It's this, single-story black brick building with kind of like a panel roof. Big sign that says Hot Shots. It's got a shot glass with fire on it, because apparently that's just a very common thing that people like putting on signage in the big city. But it's got like the neon sign that goes like back and forth, or like has like various key-framed neon lighting for the shot to go back and forth. Mods and Barbara, the two of you pull up, and you see the screws, or screwed, Brock out in the parking lot with Rod in there. Roddy.
Yeah, as we're pulling up, I'm telling Barbara the story of the white woman earlier today.
Yeah.
Barbara just like, can't stand these folks moving in here acting like just because they got a little bit of money they can have whatever they want.
Not much. I didn't really know what to do about it besides tell her to fuck off. So hopefully that gives a good message, and they're just like, we should just leave. That would be nice.
Well, I know you did the best you could.
All right, you good? You cool? Do you need to do some deep breaths, some woosahs before we go over there?
Now, Mordecai.
Yeah?
You know I'm always cool.
Yeah, somehow that's a little bit more concerning, because I've seen you coolly beat the shit out of somebody, so...
Barbara gets out of the car.
Rod, you see the two of them get out of the car.
Juxtaposed to that question that you asked Barbara, Roddy is doing the woosahs in the vehicle upon seeing the car come. Find your happy place, find your peaceful place, be sturdy as a rock. You are Rod, you are a pole. And he's looking in a mirror doing this, he's saying his mantras. It's gonna be a good day. After it's already been a bad day. And he jumps out of the truck onto the ground. I haven't really described him.
Yeah,
he's wearing, in his normal clothes, he's got a thick leather jacket on. It's worn out with a little bit of love in it. Probably like a collared shirt, similar to the work shirts. He thinks they're comfortable. Sturdy jeans and very heavy, what are those, like work boots? And I guess that's everything you would see. Oh, and his hair, he's got kind of like a small afro. Hey guys.
How goes it? I immediately, like, without hesitation, go to hug Roddy.
Oh, he hugged you back. That's muscle memory. And when he comes out of the hug, he's avoiding Barbara's gaze. Hello, Barbara.
Hello, Roderick.
Can I come to the family reunions again?
I'm not the one who told you not to come to the family reunion.
Well, and now he looks you in the eye because he kind of forgets it. Well, my mama said I can't come to the family reunions if you're there, so I have to ask you, can you tell my mama to let me come back?
That's between you and your mama.
No, it's not. I just told you it's between... I'll ask again on another day.
It's so good to have everyone back together so that you two can argue over who can attend a family reunion.
Well, it's not an argument because Barbara gets to attend the family reunions.
Well,
Are we going in this bar or not?
I don't really want to, but yes.
okay, so you should walk in first, and then me and Barbara will be like flanking, so that they see you, recognize a friend, and they also see us, and they're like, oh, they're with his, they're his friends.
Oh, well, that's not... I don't know how to tell you. That's not... I mean, we're going to go in, and I know at least one person in there, but the thing you said isn't going to work. How do I put this? They kind of forget... When I'm in street clothes, a lot of the guys on the force would forget who I am for some reason. They think I'm just another Jack on the street.
But you're not Jack, you're Roddy.
Exactly. That's what I tell them every single time. But yeah, we all should go in, and I'll yell for the person I know so that, as an announcement, so that we don't get shook down.
Yeah.
And Barbara, please don't shoot anyone. Yet.
I won't if I don't need to.
Breathe. he knows immediately, intrinsically in his heart, he is not a smart man, but he knows that's basically I'm gonna shoot whoever I want, and someone will probably get shot today. All right, let's go.
Now, I do have to ask, Barbara, do you walk in with the shotgun strapped
Absolutely.
to your head? Okay, cool.
I got a license to carry.
But you're yeah.
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
I think upon Barbara's response, Roger goes over into the the truck and just kind of, you hear him jingling around in something, and then he walks in, puts something in, like, you could hear him place something on his body, and he just looks, okay, let's go.
All right, so the three of you start to walk into Hot Shots. Roddy, you're the first one in, and you kind of scope the place out. This is like your classic kind of dive bar. It's not a huge place, but as soon as you walk in, over like further on the right, alongside the walls, you see like a lot of the booths. There's some tables in the middle. You see some pool tables a little bit closer to the front. There's a bar over on the left. And the place, it's like midday, right? Like it's starting to get around like 5, 6 in the afternoon. And so the place isn't like popping, like there aren't like a bunch of people here, but there's a decent amount of people here. And what catches your eye, Roddy, is the group of people over on like far tables down by the end. There's a group of people still in uniform. You might recognize like 1 or 2 faces from your time on the force, but a lot of them don't seem terribly familiar. It's about like 5, 6 cops back there. And one of them is the one who looks familiar, and that's Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah. Kind of a larger white guy. Melvin could never really grow facial hair in a way that wasn't like patchy and like kind of bad. And so he has just kind of gone for like the clean shaven or like 5 o'clock shadow look. Right now he's rocking the 5 o'clock shadow look, balding, still in uniform. And you can see like the table is like full of like half empty glasses that they're all kind of nursing a couple of beers. And Melvin sees you, and his like first like thought is to go, oh hey, and like try to wave you on over here. And then he looks past you and sees Barbara and Mods, and there's the kind of like, he doesn't recognize them, but you do see him clock something. And he like turns back to the table, whispers a few things, and then like pushes himself up and out of his chair, and he kind of walks over towards you, saying, "Hey, Roddy, I didn't know you were bringing nobody."
Hey, Mark. Yeah,
Mel.
I'm just.
Mel.
Yeah, Mel. Yeah, these are my people. We all knew Willie, and we're just looking for the information that I asked you for.
Yeah, the information. And he's not subtle about this look, but like as you're like, oh yeah, we're just looking for the information, does look at Barbara, does look down to the gun on her hand, and then look back up to you like,
I step in between the line of sight because I'm used to this.
How about I sit at the
please.
bar while I let y'all talk, all right?
yeah, how about you do that?
Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, that's Barbara. Mark. This is... Actually, I'm not going to give you the names. You know who I am. That's matters. You're here to talk to me. And he's trying to be very amicable. He's a very big guy. I think like maybe 6 foot, built like a shit brick house. Like would have been a very good NFL player at this point had he like decided to do sports. But he's kind of like small right now, very like gentle giant. So you're like, yeah, can I? So that information. Where did Willie die? What happened? Last time he talked to me, he told me he was going to leave the forest, just like I did.
Yeah, look, Roderick. I was gonna get. You're not planning on doing nothing stupid now, are you?
What do you mean? No, I just.
Look, no, I'm just saying. You coming?
Well, I don't know what happened.
You're coming in here asking for information. You bringing. That's a big piece, Roderick. And like pointing over to her. I don't care if she got a license. What she gonna use it for? She ain't got a license to kill. She got a license to carry.
I mean, have you heard about? She's not gonna kill nobody. Look.
Then why is she carrying it?
If there's one thing I know about her, it's that she always stays strapped.
Well, look, she stays strapped around here. She gonna get folks nervous. All right.
Okay.
Look, Roger, I'm good with you. I know you good people, but you gotta watch out for some of these more violent types.
Melvin, that is my friend. We grew up together. Now, she may be kind of abrasive and mean and scary and doesn't let me go to the holidays anymore. And my mom likes her more than me, but she's a good person. Thank you, Mons. Okay. But she's a good person. And we have legally acquired the right to carry those weapons. Now, I don't carry around weapons, but that don't mean that Barbara can. So if you would please give me information so that I can get on going. We just want to, I don't know, go talk to someone. Usually this stuff is hard and it's tiring, and I really don't want to make it a whole thing.
All right. It sounds like you are trying to get what you want. When you leverage and try to seduce or manipulate someone, tell them what you want. You want the information. Roll plus smooth. Now, because of your move, since you are a former, you're an ex-cop.
Yeah, ex-badge or whatever.
Yeah, you're an ex-badge or whatever it calls it. You get to roll extra whenever you are interfacing with other law enforcement, so you get to roll this with advantage.
I didn't even realize. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have to get?
Roll plus smooth.
Is it total numbers?
Yeah, total.
10.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's the highest 2.
Oh, 5.
Of the of the.
It's
wait, what
2
did you roll?
5s. 5, 5, 3.
Okay, so it's 5
so
and 5. So 10.
Oh, okay, so it is those 2. Oh, sorry. That's
yes,
that was the first. That's what I had asked. I got
Understood.
a 10.
Understood. Okay, yeah, you got a 10.
Plus 2, 12.
Oh, perfect. So on a 10 plus, okay. He is basically going to ask you for something in return for this, and the price that he's asking you to pay is basically, he just goes, all right, look, I can tell you what we know, and I'm telling you what we know just for your own peace of mind. But you gotta promise me you ain't gonna do nothing stupid, all right? Because I can't. And he looks back at the people at the table who are all looking at you. Like, they're like, all of the other 5 cops at that table have their drinks in their hand, but they're all just staring down.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like
3 of you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm towering over this guy as much as I'm trying to be small. Yeah, I won't do nothing stupid. That's not. I've never done nothing stupid. My record was clean when I was on the force.
I know.
I was the perfect
you're
detective.
a good boy. I get it. You good. I just need you to make sure that none of your friends are gonna get themselves in trouble. Because last thing I want to do on a day like this, like, we're trying to. Whatever. Okay.
What, you trying to grieve like us? We ain't no different.
Grieve. Look, Big Willie was my friend too. All right.
Yeah, he liked being on the force. So A lot more than I did.
Exactly. You know, he was about to be a detective. He was on his way up.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, Willie didn't take no shit, and I think that's why he didn't get up as quick as I did. I can take a lot of stuff, but Willie didn't. So please.
They found him out back of Jason's flap house.
Jason's flap house.
Now, I don't know what he was doing at Jason's flap house, all right? You, I think, would know that Jason's flap house is a bar of sorts. People go to Jason's flap house because they're thirsty more ways than one, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
If they're needing some southern comfort.
Oh.
The embrace of another person,
Okay.
usually for the exchange of money.
Flaps, yes. Flap house, yes.
So, and he goes, I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know shit. All right. I know he was looking and you're starting to look into doesn't matter.
Kind of sounds like it matters, but okay.
I don't think it matters because what he was doing for his job doesn't fucking matter anymore. He's dead now. Anyway.
Wow, that is a very what would Barbara say? That's a very short-sighted way of thinking. But I'm okay. You know,
Look,
job's
whatever.
still there.
It doesn't matter. He's at Jason's flap house, and you know I don't know if he was meeting someone there. I don't know what he was doing, but apparently he was getting drinks, and he got a call, I guess, on that weird thing the two of you all keep. I don't fucking know.
It's a
phone.
self phone.
Yeah, whatever.
Patent
He got
pending.
called.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mods made it. Good job, Mods.
Thank you so much. I tried really hard.
I still don't really understand it, but it works really well.
You
It's a
literally
good
just flip it
device.
and it answers.
You know, I'm not too good at technology.
I mean, it's a good thing you made. Like, we could probably use a couple of those for the force if you don't. If
You
take
can't have any.
permission.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like a
Alright.
communal thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. He got a call on it. He left the bar, and a couple hours later, someone found him out back, just all messed up. It was like he got shot, but from the inside. You know.
Well, that don't make no sense, but okay.
I agree. It don't make no sense. It's like someone shot him from the back. Bullets came out the front, but there was no back wounds.
Oh,
It's like it was like something
Okay.
in him trying to get out or something.
all right, Mark. Thank you. That is quite
Melvin.
horrifying. Yes.
I agree. It's horrifying. I'm sorry that you got to hear it from me like this. It's fucking. We're working on it. Like we don't fucking know what happened. But
I don't mean to sound crass, but where's the body?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, I
And,
imagine
his
it's at the
belongings
corners
as well.
I mean, all his stuff is still in here. No, wait. Why am I? Whoa. Okay, now y'all starting to ask questions that makes me think y'all about to do something real fucking stupid.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Go ahead.
I put a lot of work and effort into that cell phone. I'm gonna need it back. So where are the belongings?
You know what? You bring up a good point.
That is a
Yeah,
good
yeah. The body and the belongings, Melvin.
Look, thank you for getting my name right.
Yeah.
You know, I've been getting your name right the whole time. Okay. Malcolm, thank you so much for all the information.
Evil.
Look, fine. His body's at the coroner's office. All his belongings, I mean, what he had on him probably also at the coroner's office, but so you could probably go pick him up from there. But I mean, we'll be going through his house later to see if there's anything. I mean, there's probably nothing there, but he also probably has case information that we need to grab and all that. You know the deal.
Yeah. I know.
When later? After you get a warrant to go into the house and grab things, or before you get a legal warrant?
We don't need a warrant to retrieve our property from his house.
Well,
if other people live there, then maybe.
It was also my house.
I think he left alone. I think he.
No, he was my roommate. We live together.
Yeah.
You will not be going into my house.
Okay, wait, hold on. Get your question. Is that true? Is that true?
Well, with everything that we've established so far.
Because that would be a thing I would need to know.
With everything we've established so far, I think, yes. I think we were roommates. We didn't see each other.
I'm going to need
much.
you to roll for it.
That's fine. No, that's even better.
Because
They cohabitated a little bit.
That changes the amount of information that you
I'll
would
lie.
know you understand.
You were
It's okay. Are you lying to
roommates
him?
who
Is
saw
that
each
what
other
you're saying?
once a week.
I think you know what? I'll stick to lying because I don't feel like changing too much of the thing. I'll stick to lying.
Okay, understood. It's okay for you to lie. You can lie anytime you want. If you're gonna lie, I'm gonna need you to keep your cool, and you'll roll plus smooth.
Okay. I will say I think in that lie, the truth of it is like
You still,
I was there a lot.
yeah, that's probably true. You get to roll plus extra for this.
Yeah, he's like,
Because
I basically live there. He's like, I have a key. I basically live there, but I would only come over when he was home, which is not often. But they don't need to know that.
Yeah.
10. Because I got an 8 plus 2.
Okay, yeah, on a 10 plus, he goes, okay, sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, we were close.
Okay. I mean,
'cause we were
I
roommates.
didn't realize that was, okay, hey. Yeah.
So please don't come into my house without a warrant.
Yeah.
I mean,
A warrant, yeah.
I mean, come on, Roddy, do you mind? We just want to get our stuff back. Like, it's not like a whole
Do you
thing.
think you're above the law, sir?
Marcus, I am.
Now, what kind of question is that? I'm talking to my friend, former co-worker here. Who the hell are you even?
Oh, the formerly small. No, please, both of us.
So I look at him and I just say, I like step closer. I had this pulled up 1 second. Oldsmobile Cutlass 442, probably. I saw it out front, right? Very, very nice car. Very nice car. Don't get me wrong. It's very clean, very, very well maintained. Not very well protected brake lines. So, maybe we act kinder. We speak a little bit more, I don't know, polite to guests. And don't come after me so quickly and so ferociously for no reason. Okay?
Give me a get in their face. I need you to roll plus might. Because you are attempting to get someone to do something through threat of violence.
Come on, it's just a car. It's not violent.
I thought this was a classy
Property.
copy.
What do you think cops do? They protect property.
They do protect
That's violent.
This
Their own
might go
property.
really badly, and if it does, I hope
You think
you're
Barbara
ready to
bought her
shoot your
gun?
Barbara.
I was about to step in between two. I think you got to. You think you went?
It went
first.
well. 11.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, okay. So on a 10 plus, they can choose between sucking it up and forcing your hand or doing what you want.
Ooh, all of those are fun.
So basically, they're going either this cop is going to do what you want, or they may be like, you know what, I'm ready for those consequences. And I think
I don't know.
I
He's been
think-
he's been kind of mean. Is he gonna?
because of the situation, and I think he's like, in his brain, he's like, my boys are back there. What's this nigga gonna do? And of course, that's in his mind. He doesn't say those words out loud. And he goes, "Are you threatening me?"
Hey,
Loud
no.
enough. He says that loud enough so
of
that
course.
the other boys back there, you
Mods.
see, Barbara, you see they start shifting in ways that you don't want cops to be shifting.
mods, what could you?
Barbara was
Barbara.
like mid flirting with the bartender. Is like,
Yeah.
sweetie, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, for
and
sure.
it's gonna turn around and say, "Now it sounds like there's some raised voices over here. I thought we were having some friendly conversation."
No, we're good, Barbara. Barbara, mods, can you take a step back, please?
And and the cop goes, "Well, hold on, I wasn't talking to you. All right. Now, when I start
Mateo.
talking to you, I can get to you. But right now,
Mateo, please.
me and this are gonna talk.
Mateo, please. Mateo.
My name's fucking Melvin." And you start seeing the other guys
Okay.
going, "Hey, is there a problem over here?"
So,
Barbara.
No, man, I'm gonna let you know you got about 5 seconds. That's all I'm
Barbara,
gonna
please.
say.
I'm gonna
Barbara,
use the move Eagle Eye. When I take the time to study and observe a target, I roll plus brains to try to identify if he has any weaknesses. So that is an 8. On an 8, I spot a weakness, but I will need to expose myself or someone else to danger in order to exploit it.
Oh, God, sounds like it's gonna be me.
I think you were watching as he was walking up to you all originally, and you noticed that in his gait and like the way he walks, he's got a bad knee, left knee specifically.
I know there is Mods and Roderick and this cop on my right. There's 5 more cops on my left.
Correct.
So I'm just gonna stand like this. Hey, you know what? All right, I see you're in the middle of something. So, and just without finishing her sentence, she's gonna kick out the back of his knee.
Ooh, okay, amazing. Give me a, what is this move called once more? Deliver a beatdown. When you trade blows with an enemy in melee, roll plus might. And because you, do you get something extra for knowing their weakness?
So I deal +1 harm to them if I exploit their weakness.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And because of my way of the fist, I roll plus hustle instead of plus might to deliver a beatdown.
All right, let's go. Roll plus hustle.
Not as good as it could have been, but it is an 8.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you deal your harm to the target or choose one. You can deal great harm, which will deal plus 1 damage to it. You can disarm your target, blind, hold, or otherwise disable your target, give or take something away from your target, or you could avoid any counterattack.
I think I'm just gonna deal my harm to the target. I think fighting barehanded and exploiting his weakness, I think, is just 2 harm.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Okay, so you deal 2 harm to this guy. Describe to me what it looks like as you take this guy, as you knock him on his ass by kicking his knee out from under him.
Yeah, so I kicked the back of his knee to force him to stumble, and as he stumbles forward, I spin the other way, and with my other foot, I catch him.
You all see this very smooth takedown of Melvin, who I'm gonna say, like, as he falls, falls over on his side, and he takes 2 harm, and I think he like tries to like grab onto like one of you as he starts to fall, and I think the closest to him is Roddy probably. And so like he like falls for like grabs onto your shirt, and he's like holding on to you like to keep himself from like falling all the way down. And that's when you start to see the 5 other cops start to get up and going, hey, no, hey, and like they're
like a wet
they're all
cat.
coming.
And I'm like, oh god. I drop him, and Mods, can you step back, please? And I would like to 5 these guys.
Yeah, I would say that this counts as a small gang.
Yeah,
that
it
you're about to
does.
face.
Let's do it.
Gang wars.
Let's go. So these 5 cops, none of them are pulling. You all see that they do have their service weapons on them, but they aren't pulling those out. It seems like they're going for right now fisticuffs.
Mistake.
Though none of them seem to be particularly. They're beat cops, you know. None of they don't know martial arts or like any like thing like that. So they're going full on Street Fighter mode. And so these 5 guys start running up towards you in a drunken, angry mass. What do you all do as they start moving towards you?
Me looking at my fighting as a small gang move.
Yeah, I know. I think Mods has seen Roddy take care of stuff this size before, and also Barbara's here. Mods is gonna step outside and do some mischief outside, and let them handle the actual fighting stuff.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna try to like sneak out the side door or something so that they don't notice that I leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a roll plus hustle, so you can get out of the way of this gang of cops moving towards you.
How does a 9 sound?
Well, on a 7 to 9, you take half the harm, minimum of 1, or you take no harm, but the DJ can pick 1. I'm gonna say that you don't take harm on this, so you are able to get out of here. But I think like one of the cops is coming, and like they're going to grab it, like they're trying to grab you by the back of your shirt as you're like turning to leave, so they can pull and hit you. But I think Roddy, you step in between the two of them, and so the punch going for Mods ends up hitting you, and you just take 1 harm from that.
Do I negate that with my thick ass leather jacket of armor?
Oh yeah, if you're
To also
armor,
be clear, I also gain the armor of a small gang when I'm facing a small gang. Which
understood. Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the rules for a small gang real quick. For how gangs work.
When you're confronted by overwhelming forces, such as a gang, you count as a gang, small gang, 2 harm, with armor equal to your normal armor rating. Oh, it's fine. I don't know what any of that means.
So yeah, you have your regular armor rating, and then there are specific. So you count as a small gang, correct?
Yeah.
During a fight with the gang. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
So the armor is just basically like based on how big or small the group that you are fighting.
Oh, got it.
And so you take. So you add +1 harm and add +1 armor when you
that's
are
bad
fighting
for
as a
them.
gang. Yes.
That's really bad
and
for
so this guy like goes to just like punch you as like a singular guy, and you tell me what it's like when he goes to try to like take the swing at you that does absolutely nothing.
I think in his homosexual faction, like he's like, "Hey, Mods, go! Like, get out of here!" And Mods is like leaving, and his eyes are lingering on Mods a little bit too long, and he kind of turns to look at this small group of people, and he gets punched in the jaw, like literally as he's turning. And then he straightens, stops being small, like he's been trying to placate these people, and his like natural like 6'1" brick shit house of a man size is towering over this tiny man. Doesn't matter how tall he is.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, you got something you were saying.
No, I really did want to avoid this.
And he's just kind of staring at you with his like kind of bruised fist. What do you do as like you get a reaction to this? Since
I'm gonna deliver a beatdown so bad that I think I also want to scare the rest of them into, I don't know, submission. And I only say that because I have many a move that adds like 3 harm to this.
I mean, I think you can tell that they are not at a point for like you're gonna have to do the work to beat their asses to get them to understand. Okay,
Easy.
So yeah, deliver a beatdown. Roll plus might.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be what's math? I gotta might 5, 6, 10.
10? Amazing. On a 10 plus, you deal your damage to the enemy and choose one. Deal great harm, disarm your target, blind, hold, or otherwise disable your target. Give or take something your target is holding or wearing. You avoid any counterattack.
God, I wanna... Well, so with my move, Stone Cold Crazy, when I deliver a beatdown with intent to kill or destroy your target, I add a +1 harm. As a gang, I also add... It says 2 harm, small gang for my thing.
Yeah.
I add a +2 harm to that. So I think, for fun and for profit, I would like to use the first thing you said.
Deal great harm.
Which is deal great harm to go above and beyond.
Okay, amazing. So they are going to... So, like, this is, like... I think this fight is a lot of, like, them, like, the 3 of them, like, the 5 of them, like, ganging up on you in, like, various ways, and you picking them up, tossing them aside, punching one guy, another one comes and, like, tries to punch you in the gut, you take the hit, you grab him, you pick him up, you throw him down. It's a lot of, like, just the classic, like, group on one person fighting. And overall, they are going to deal... they're going to deal 3 harm to you minus your armor. So there's the 1 armor for your leather jacket, the 1 armor for being a small gang, and so you're just taking 1 harm for this. It's on like the bottom right part of the sheet. You can also just write it somewhere. And in return, how much harm do you deal?
Okay, do you normally add 1 harm whenever you do the deliver a blow or something?
Yes.
Does it say what grievous, not grievous, what it says, what big harm is?
Great harm is just an additional 1 damage.
Okay, so that's 1 base, 1 other 1, +2, plus another 1. So 5.
So you deal 5 damage to this group. You in that like kind of like round of like picking up, throwing, punches coming your way, you taking a few hits, you take like 3 out of these 5 guys out in just like the flurry of blows. Barbara, what do you do?
I am like stanced up to fight. Then I see all of them start fighting Roddy, and I go, he's got this. And I walk back over to the bar, and I like take a napkin and a pin, and I say, listen, when you're done with the rats, cats, and dogs, and you want to get with a real stone cold fox, you give me a call. And I slide the napkin back to the bartender.
Roll plus smooth for me. Let's see if you can get what you want. I'm gonna say you can roll plus extra.
Oh my god.
Alright, something extra. It's 8.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, they either want more than you're offering or insist on some other immediate insurance. I mean, hey, you pass over the napkin with your number on it, and she takes it, and she then takes the pen, writes her number on a napkin, and she goes, "You call me first."
I take it, put it in the bra.
Nice. And then we cut to Mods. What are you doing outside?
I have walked to my trunk, opened it, pulled out one of my repair kits, and I'm going to each and every car, and I know exactly how all of these cars work and where the latch is to open up the hood. And I'm removing all of their car batteries, and I'm stealing those.
Just taking all of their car batteries is crazy.
Yes.
That's so funny. Okay. Let's see. What am I gonna have you roll to get all of these out? I feel like the thing that you're doing. I'll have you. Let's say that this is keeping your cool. This is you going from car to car to car, trying to do this as quickly as you can without really alerting anybody outside of the bar that, like, you're not supposed to be doing the thing you're very obviously doing. So let's say, how do you think that Moz is doing this? Or is he doing this by being quick? Is it just like using, like, okay, I know exactly, like, using like his knowledge of the cars to make sure that it's going quickly and as efficiently as possible? Or is this like a smooth, like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing the thing, hey, this is all totally normal, I'm a mechanic and I'm just helping out around, doing whatever?
Yeah, I think it's mostly him just using his knowledge of the cars to, like, know how to do it as fast as possible. So, like, where he needs to unscrew the wires, like what cars will just have like a quick release, and stuff like that, and just like doing it, moving it, and then repeating that process over and over again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plus brains to me.
Cool. 13.
Okay, hey, you do that. You get that done quick. I'm gonna say by the time that they're done doing whatever in there, you've got it all packed in the car, and you're basically just waiting. Amazing. Okay, so we cut back inside. Roddy, you got two more of these cops who are like kind of like a little beaten, bruised, but now their like pride is hurt, so they're like they should be leaving, but they're too hubristic and too fucked up to.
And I think Roddy is like kind of gesturing to the door and sees that their pride won't let them leave.
Yeah.
Guys, I promise you are not going to want to wake up after this one, but okay. And I'm going to deliver a beatdown with, again, intent to destroy. I want to fold these motherfuckers like a lawn chair.
Yeah, give them a beatdown.
One after the other. I got a 9.
Okay. On a 9, you deal your harm or choose one.
I'm dealing my harm.
Okay. You deal your harm. So they no longer count as a small gang now, since it's only 2 of them left.
Just 2.
So you were so you are dealing with them like. So it's like the first person who's like they're like going to swing at you. So what is your harm on that?
I think because it didn't get a 10, it's 1 or it's 4.
4? They don't count as a small.
Oh, they don't
gang,
count as a.
So yeah.
So
So
probably is that 3 then?
I guess 3.
Yeah, I think it's
God,
2.
Two. Okay.
Mimi says 2.
So you punch out this last guy, and he just square across the face. He goes down with 1 hit, and then the last guy here, he's beaten, bruised. Everybody else is on the ground, and he reaches for his pistol. He pulls. I don't know who the fuck you think you is, big boy. I'm gonna put you in the ground. And he raises it, and he raises it, and he raises his gun. Barbara.
Yeah.
You have a chance to do something before he pulls the trigger.
I'm gonna use the wake up call. I fire a warning shot. I'm rolling with something extra, and I'm rolling plus hustle. So that's 9 plus 3, so that's 12.
What does your move do again?
So I fire a warning shot to get my target's attention. On a 10 plus, they stop what they're doing and are shaken, and I can roll with something extra on my next move. So I basically, as he is like getting ready to raise his pistol, I fire my shotgun into the ceiling. And I, like, with the sound of the shotgun like ringing out, this is your last chance to lay down on the ground before I put you on the ground.
I think he stands here drunkenly, like a little, like 100% like shaken, like loud shots just gone off. He, like, the two of you can see that he's holding his gun, but he's trembling. Like, he's like, and I think he drops his gun and he just like stumbles and like runs out of the bar. In Mods, you see this cop go like running to one of the cars, like struggling, like getting keys, trying to get in.
They can't even use the
He's
radio.
trying to get into the car. And while he's like fumbling around with that, what are the two of you inside doing?
Yeah,
You ready to
get
go?
over there, Babs? Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and walk out of the bar.
All right.
All right.
We got all the information we're getting, and I did what I came here to do.
All
Just
right.
flirt.
The two of you walk out and head on over towards the two cars over there, and like Maj, you've been watching this cop like in their car, like struggling, like fumbling around with stuff, and like you can hear them like, God damn it, why the fucking God damn it, and fucking, and like trying like banging on stuff on the inside of the car.
I'm already on the phone securing a sale of 8 cop car batteries, so that I can get more parts for my car. So
Amazing. And yeah, the two of you head on over just as Mods finishes their call.
We're all done, Mods. Let's get out of here.
oh, good.
So, we satisfied? Willie was out getting some strange and caught a stray.
I don't really think that's the case, but yeah, he was getting some strange and he died. But I don't think it was an accident.
I honestly, if I could get my hands on the cell phone, I did possibly encode something that I don't know if it works. We're gonna see if it does, to figure out who the last person to call him was, because he was apparently summoned. So
All right.
it'll either do that or it'll open this game called Flappy Bird. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, okay. Let's get some flap.
All right, let's find out what it do.
All right. So, in order to get the cell phone, I guess you all are heading to the coroner's office.
Oh,
since that's
yeah, I
where
guess
the
we're-
body and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Okay, cool. You all head into each of your respective vehicles and head on off to the coroner's office. And there, I think we can take a break. The command for tonight's giveaway is !grind, where we will be giving away Pink City merch at the end of the session. If you are a winner, please check out your Twitch messages by the end of the show. As we've said, Grindhouse is a series of anniversary one-shots. Our very last installment will be next Friday, February 28th, where Ambrose will be running one night at the Shelterwood Inn, a liminal horror one-shot. 3 people will be winning 6 digital copies of official liminal horror modules during the giveaway. Slumber is a regular liminal horror series that airs on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can find me, Josephine, at HighGainSad, and at Neon Raiden, getting psychologically tortured by Oleander at Stray Nerd Boy. So, the 3 of you take your 2 individual cars from Hot Shots Bar over to the coroner's office, where you've been told by a now knocked out and very sad and drunk Melvin that your friend Willie, or as you all affectionately call him, Willie D, has been taken post his unfortunate meeting with being dead. And you all are going there to get more information about his body and or retrieve some of the stuff that he had on him at the time. So the three of you pull up to what is essentially like a very like official like government like looking building. It's this large gray concrete building, very brutalist in shape and effect. And I feel like, Roddy, you probably know your way here, like, immediately. Like, you've probably had to come, you know, to and from here during your time on the force at a time, so you were able to lead you all through the very winding hallways of this bureaucratic building and find your way to the coroner's office, where you find a woman behind like a plate glass mirror, or not mirror, window, at like a little booth, who is, you know, sitting there doing paperwork, minding her business when the three of you walk in.
I got this one, guys. Hey, Patricia.
As she looks up, oh, Roddy. Well,
Hey.
It's good to see you. It's good to
Yeah.
see you. What?
How are the kids?
Oh, they're fine. They're fine. Getting older by the day.
Yeah, you know, we age, so.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Hey, I'm looking for the coroner.
Oh, absolutely. Is there? Are you looking for someone in particular?
Yeah. William?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
Yeah, we're mourning. But,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, but we, you know, we want to pay some respects. We want to look at some. It's a hard time, and I've got
Of course.
friends.
I guess you're also picking up personal effects. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So I'll just need, and she like pulls out clipboard and stuff and pushes it past the open space in there. It says, "I just need you to fill out some stuff so you can, you know, go on ahead and claim."
Yeah. I was one of his. What are those things called? Like the legal.
Oh, like not a beneficiary.
There's like another word for it.
The person in which you
The
get
thing that
your next of kin.
Executor?
Is it
yeah.
next of kin?
Or
To do
emergency
legal
contact.
paperwork.
Yeah, yes, the person that they allow to do paperwork.
Power of
attorney.
attorney. Yes, yeah. I had power of attorney, so I can sign up.
Yeah, no, please. And then, yeah, once you get that all signed up, I'll go and grab the stuff from the back, and you know, I guess if you're wanting to see him as well, I can buzz y'all on in.
Be really helpful. Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, I can. Fill that on out, and you fill out the
Yeah,
paperwork.
I do it.
Hand it back into her, and she goes, "All right, I'll buzz you in. One of the assistants can take you to where the body is." And she presses a button on her side. You hear the bang, and the unlocking of a set of double doors leading further into the building.
Yeah. As we're walking, I just am like, yeah, Patricia. I think I said Petunia, whichever one I said. Miss P is really nice. We got to know each other because the force would send me down here to help with the families that had folks on Easy Street, specifically.
Is that right?
Yeah. I met a lot of people. You know, got to get real tight with the community. Yeah, in a really sad way.
Yeah, get a familiar face to break the bad news, huh?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to realize something was wrong again?
I mean, immediately, but I stayed for a while. I was really climbing up the ladders. The pay was more than I think people think. And also, they get a lot of money from like foundations because like the mayors don't they get like tax slashes and stuff. It's a lot of like weird bureaucratic stuff.
Are you still doing this even now?
Oh, you don't know? No, I quit like.
I mean,
ago.
not. Are you still in denial?
About.
You didn't stay because of the benefits, or because the pay was good, or because you were climbing the ladder. You stayed because Willie was there.
Well, yeah, I had to. You know, Willie had my back. I had Willie's back. He was one of the only people that I could talk to about any of that. Honestly, it kind of felt harder to leave the longer we went in, knowing that I would be leaving him to I kept telling him he should leave too, and he said he would. So I don't know what's happening.
The three of you are brought into a sterile room. Walls of drawers, larger than they feel like they should be for the things that they carry inside of them. You are brought to one of the drawers along this wall of them, and the assistant slides out, and it slides so smoothly and easily. And inside is the body of Willie. There's a cloth currently like covering the whole of him. So you haven't seen it yet. You're kind of standing here around it in that moment before, you know, the cloth comes out and you are face to face with the fact that you are here with his body. Who takes off the cover?
Barbara does it.
What's the first thing about the body that you notice?
Well, they said that it looked like something came out of his chest. So that's where I'm looking first.
I guess all of you, or maybe just one of you, and then, you know, depending on like if someone is helping, someone can help a, I guess, sister out if Barbara's the one taking the look here. But you can scope out a scene and try to see if there's, or I guess scope out a scene isn't incredibly helpful for this. Because that's more of a different thing. I guess, let's see, what would be the most interesting? Maybe free your mind. If you're like really sitting here focusing, analyzing it almost in like a ritualistic way, I could potentially justify that.
Now, I'm gonna pitch something.
Yeah, go for it.
And you tell me if this works. Can I say that checking his body for clues is giving someone the third degree?
Ooh. I kind of like that. That's super interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with give some... Yeah. Let's go with give someone the third degree. I love Disco Elysium. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Alright.
So that's
now,
roll plus brains.
Now I've rolled it. Now for somebody to help me out.
Not I.
Yeah, so if someone's gonna roll to help, all they have to do is roll plus the number of hooks they have with you, and each of you should have one hook with Barbara, and so it would be rolling +1 if someone were, and this means that your character is also sitting here and like analyzing the body alongside her, which does have a certain amount of intimacy to it as far as interacting with the body.
I don't know if Roddy. I mean, Roddy's seen a lot of dead bodies. It kind of comes to the job, but I think this time I don't know if he wants to look, especially if the body's like exploded out of it, injuries.
Yeah.
I think sort of as you removed the sheet, Mods immediately like took a towel or something from in the room, and as soon as his face was like visible, Mods just like put it over it so that he could focus. So yeah, I think Mods will step in to help you.
Okay, roll +1.
9.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you take the +1, and so that'll bump Mimi. That'll bump your roll up by 1, and Mods, you will also be exposing yourself to potential danger or pay that may come from this. So with that +1, where are you at, Barbara?
That makes it a 7.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you hold 1. You get to ask one of those questions from 3rd degree.
So I'm gonna ask, what does Willie want us to do? Like, obviously there's some unfinished business. Obviously he got caught up in something bigger than him. What does he want us to do about it?
I think the two of you are looking over this body, right? You've taken off the sheet, Maj. You've placed a towel on their face, and so you don't get to see what his dead face looks like here, but you do get to see what the body looks like. He was a broad-shouldered man, dark skin, relatively fit. Kind of had to be, at least in some way, for the job. And then you all see the wounds that were described. They are exit wounds, as you can tell by the way that the skin, is moving or has moved in that way. It doesn't look like something went in. All of the blood has already been cleaned and all of that good stuff, so it's not like bloody or anything. But there's like, you've shot people before, Barbara. Maj, you've seen people be shot. All of you have seen people be shot. You've all seen gun wounds before, or bullet wounds before. This doesn't feel so much like that, because around its edges, it seems more like it was chewed through. And as you were looking at this, and Barbara, you're kind of thinking of like, okay, what do you want us to do, right? Like, how did we get here? What's the next step? What were you doing that was left unfinished? And Barbara and Mods, I think the two of you are looking at this body, and then you hear something. And it's kind of strange because it's a little familiar, but not 100% anything that you were expecting. Because it is a voice, and it's a very familiar voice. And you hear Willie go, "They done got me, didn't they?" You don't hear this, Roddy.
Roddy is looking through Willie's stuff and lamenting the death of his friend.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna very slowly lift the towel covering his face.
You see the eyes roll from like in the back of his head, like almost like rolling, like they had been rolled back in his head, and they roll out in this kind of lifeless, like kind of way where they aren't like looking in the same direction, where one eye is looking at you, Barbara, and the other eye is looking at you, Mods. And you see the musculature of the face doesn't really make too much motion, but you see the lips kind of dried and cracked, like start to make, like, they look like they're moving, like they're forming words, but like mouth isn't fully opening in a way as if the jaw is opening, but the voice comes through and crackly and dry, and unmistakable as his. They shouldn't have got into this work, Barbara.
Barbara drops the towel and like walks away, and she's like, "Oh hell no, demonic Ouija board type shit. Hell no, I ain't fucking with no demons."
Did you say that out loud?
Mods grabs
Out loud, she says that.
Yeah, Mods grabs like a scalpel and is just like pointing it towards the body and like backing up slowly.
Come on, guys. It's all of us back together. Isn't that what you always wanted, Mordecai?
He died, he went to hell, he made a deal with the devil. I'm not playing with it.
Roddy is like crying over objects that are probably very normal right now, and he turns around with like tears on his face. What is happening? What are y'all talking about? What's going on?
You don't hear this dead motherfucker talking?
Do I hear a dead
Possessed.
motherfucker talking?
You do not hear a dead motherfucker talking.
I look left, I look right, and then I look center to look at Willie's body, and I start crying again, but it's kind of soft, and he's like, "No."
Yeah,
You see-
this is like this is the first time you see the body now after you were trying to distract yourself.
No, Barbara, I don't. He's not talking. And if he was, I kind of wish I could hear it.
Mods, I know you heard it.
Yes.
Come on, gang.
Willie, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna stab you again.
Oh, do not mess with his body. What?
Get him. Come here.
I think like
Here.
Roddy walks over and kind of like puts his back towards the body and is like, "What? What is happening?" Still eyes red, wet face.
Look at him.
I kind of don't want to.
Listen. I like grab Roddy's hand. There's some freaky ass shit happening here. We've all been through a lot today, and I understand that you had a very special connection with Willie. I get it. I totally
Well, yeah,
100% get it.
I mean, I think we all did. Okay.
I need you right now to pull it together. Because whatever killed Willie, I'm sure he would want us to figure that out. And you can't figure that out if you're crying over his dirty gym socks. So, I want you to look at me, look at Barbara, and you've got about 5 more seconds to like cry, and then you need to be on. Okay?
Okay. And he pulls himself together and straightens up. And like a brave little boy, he turns his body around to the dead body. Is there anything weird going on?
You see the eyes of you see the eyes of his corpse roll to look at you one by, like, not at the same time, like, but like distinctly different, moving towards you and going, Roddy.
What the fuck?
We told you.
This kind of like this horror moment is kind of like vastly outweighing the grief in a way that he doesn't really know how to cope with. And he's putting something. He's reaching behind his back, and he goes, "Guys, I know I said we can't desecrate the body, but
Yeah.
Whoa.
What do you mean? Whoa. What?
Come on.
Why are you speaking? Aren't you supposed to be dead?
You think the dead can't speak?
Yes.
Then why come visit a body?
Well, Mods wanted to get your stuff.
Your
Maybe.
phone, specifically, to get
You
some
don't
answers
need
from it.
it. You don't need to see me to get my phone.
Well,
Yet you came here and took the blanket off.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna. Why did
You
take the blanket
got
off?
shot from the inside out. Nigga, that's weird.
Oh. If only I got shot.
What happened?
What? Yeah, what happened?
Oh.
Willie
I'll
ain't shit funny.
describe- Oh, but isn't it funny? Getting tricked, getting grabbed, getting ate,
What is she talking about?
getting
Ate?
eaten from the inside out.
That sounds awful.
Willie, I swear to God, I don't care what useful information you have. You do that creepy ass laugh again, I will.
I gotta say, it was mighty tempting to do it again.
Barbara,
Is this like normal Willy behavior for the most part?
No,
Didn't think so. I would like to, I don't know, convince the whatever this is that hopefully has Willy inside, spiritually, emotionally, any whatever. And if there's any Willy in there, I would like to convince it to please, for the love of God, give us some goddamn answer so we can stop this.
What do you have? Any leverage? Any threats
Oh,
of violence? You can ask them all they want, and I can give you a yes. I can give you how they will answer. But if you want things to maybe more go your way, you're gonna need a you.
Is the power of gay love enough? If I come out here and now beyond beyond,
I don't know if that's really leverage.
then I'll save coming out for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, a threat of violence.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there's still, to be clear, this is still enacting the resolution of Barbara's give someone the third degree, and so there is still the question.
You still have questions, Barbara.
yeah.
I mean, there was
The question is, what do you want us to do?
Is that what you're asking him right now?
Yeah, with the gun pointed at him currently, because I meant what I said. He cannot do that creepy laugh again.
That was
I had to
really
stop myself from doing it. Look, I need you to get the bitch that did this to me, and all her. And you see, he kind of gets stuck here, in this kind of low growl, as if the voice is getting stuck in his throat, caught by something.
Hey, oh, I'm gonna be stupid. I'm gonna be so stupid.
Oh,
I
no.
want to move in towards the body.
Okay.
Where's the like exit wound? Is it like center of the chest? Is it?
So yeah, it's multiple exit wounds, like just like around the chest, like as if someone took a shotgun to the chest. But
I think I'm gonna like get closer to see if I can tell anything, like if there's a residue left behind, if I can see the esophagus, and if there's something caught in it.
Give me a scope at the scene. Roll plus brains.
Oh god, this is disgusting.
Don't sound happy about it.
At least you're the one with brains.
12.
Okay, on a 12, you get to ask any of the 3 questions there to me. So what's the fastest escape route out of here? And you get this for the entirety of the scene, so keep this in mind,
Okay.
and depending on how things go. Is there anything hidden here? Who's in charge around here? Who's the toughest person in the room? Who's the most vulnerable person in the room? Who knows more than they're letting on? And you can ask those questions multiple times if that becomes...
My first question is going to be, is there anything hidden here? And that's just me looking in the body cavity, trying not to throw up.
You are looking around the entrance wounds, or I'm sorry, the exit wounds along the chest, and trying to look inside, and also like trying to like peek into the mouth, because it seems like there's something, because even now as you're looking, he's still stuck on the like he's just doing that low growl continuously. And as you're looking, you do notice something in the throat from the outside, like as you're like watching and you're seeing, because you're like looking, he's like, how are you making sounds, right? Like something has to be moving in there for there to be sounds. And in along the esophagus, you see kind of like just like a small bump that's moving that could be his Adam's apple if it were in the right place, but it's not.
Is it like something's below the skin? Is it like in the throat, or?
It looks like it might be deeper than skin deep.
Vocal cords.
It's in there. It's in the throat.
Y'all might want to look away for this, and I do one of these, and I lift my arms up, and then I slam on the abdomen to try to force whatever it is out of the throat.
Ooh, I love that. I'll just give this to you because that's fun.
Oh.
You raise your hands high, you slam on his abdomen, slamming him against the metal shelf that he finds himself in, and there's as something flies out of his mouth and lands on the other side of the room. Can I get hustle checks from Barbara and and Roddy to see if you can see this thing before it ducks away?
Oh,
Ducks.
okay. Well, Barbara's gonna have hustle.
I got a 9.
I got a 7.
Okay,
Can
both
I-
mixed successes.
Can I instead help? That doesn't matter. I'm just gonna let it be mixed.
No, I mean if you help, that makes hers a 10, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I
potentially
instead help
stops me from
Barbara?
being able to, yeah. What did you just roll?
7.
7. What was your plus on that, I guess?
I don't have hustle.
Okay, so assuming that that roll was the help roll, you'd get +1, so that'd be 8. So it gives
Thank God.
her the first one. So that makes your 9 a 10, which actually means I will let you potentially do something before it tries to get away.
I
Do you want me to describe the thing first?
You know what? Yes.
Okay. You see out of his mouth that lands halfway across this room is a small little figure, maybe about like size of a fist, a little smaller. It looks like a little white rabbit.
That's worse.
I'm gonna, moving as fast as I can, I'm gonna grab one of those little metal trays
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to slam it down over this thing before it gets away.
Give me,
is my 10 good enough for that, or do I need to roll again?
That'll be a different roll. Because this is letting you be able to make this move before it ran away. So this is going to be the beatdown move. So roll plus might or hustle, I guess, since you can do that.
All right, I'll roll plus hustle, and that's gonna be 12.
Okay, yeah. On a 10 plus, you'll deal your damage to the enemy and choose one. So you can deal great harm, disarm target, blind, hold, or otherwise disable the target, give or take something away, or avoid a counterattack.
I'm gonna say hold. Basically, I'm just gonna like scoop it into one of these like metal containers and like pin it.
Yeah, so you are able to bam slam it. You feel like you feel the resistance as it comes down, and you hear it as you do, and you're able to trap it inside of like a little like metal like container, and you can feel it like bouncing around inside of it as you're holding it down.
Maz, do you know what the fuck this is?
Do I know what the fuck this is? Can I roll? Or wait, I have holds for scope out the scene.
Yes, you do still have holds for scope out the scene.
Let's try this one. Who's in charge around here?
Who's in charge around here? I think right now you get the sense that you all are in charge because you all have contained this thing that was inside of inside of them. So you all currently have the power based on the situation.
Well, it didn't stop. It did continue to speak, so you could ask who knows when they're letting on.
It had they haven't spoken since the rabbit came out.
Yeah, let me.
Oh,
are
I meant
they
this thing.
active?
Is the
body
active?
like? Yeah,
He doesn't seem active anymore.
Oh, okay. So it is this thing.
Willie. Hello.
Motionless.
Oh, that
Right.
bitch. Okay.
I
So
want to put it into a jar and shake it. there's like a
very
cold
nice.
anger. I want to stomp that thing out.
Okay. I feel like that's a response. It might not get us where we need to go though. So I think we need to figure out what the fuck that is.
Well, we already know where. We need to go. We need to go to a flap place and kill a lady. I don't really want to fight a lady, but
Well, that's what this little thing told us to do. I don't know if we want to do what this, whatever this thing told us to do.
The cop told us to. Oh, that's true. Hey,
Into a cop either.
hey, little what is it, Barbara?
I don't know.
Hey, little thing. Can you speak?
It does not give a verbal response, but you can still feel under the thing, Barbara. It's just like it's like the amount of vibrations from the bouncing happening feels wild. Like it feels like it's bouncing off of like multiple surfaces of it at the same time. It's like inside because I'm imagining the thing isn't clear because it's like a metal thing, so you can't see inside of it. So you don't exactly know how exactly it's bouncing, but it feels like it's like
Is
on
there
the
a
inside.
jar? Is there like what a coroner's office has? Is there anything
You
like
have it in a jar, basically. You
or
don't
like
have a lid.
I want to
But
see?
a glass jar, right?
Yeah, I want to see this thing.
You
Can
could
we
probably
find
find
something big to like? I guess put over that thing. To
You can, you can 100% look around. If you really wanted to, I would, mods, I would let you burn one of your asks to be able to find one. But again, that's burning an ask. Okay, cool.
Sure.
All right, burn that. Yeah, you're able to find like a big glass jar. You're able to like go off somewhere, find a big glass jar. You've been around here for a while, Roddy. Like they're like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, the coroner had a snake that died, so I got us a pet thing.
like a
like
cave, like a
No, the other
Like
thing.
like a terrarium?
Yeah, but it's big that you would put a snake in.
Huh.
All right. I
things are weird on Easy
Why was
Street,
the
baby.
coroner's pet snake at work with the coroner?
Well, it wasn't. This was his to go case. You know, he brings them to work. Bring your pet to work day.
I'm gonna drop this thing into the cage and you slam it shut.
Can do.
And we just
Right.
go.
Just
You close it, and as you are dumping it out, you expect the rabbit that was in there. Instead, there were about 30 rabbits,
Bitch.
all very small, about like the size of like big roaches, let's say. And they like come pouring out of it and like scatter around and are like bouncing off of the glass walls of this little terrarium and crawling around. It's truly a terrifying sight. Terrifying not in the way of like this is a thing that hurt. It looks gross. It's like a bunch of tiny white bugs that are hopping around on the inside of this terrarium.
Hey, Barbara, wasn't there one under there?
Yeah, there was one.
Why is there 50?
I'm gonna go find. There's probably like some ethanol in here or something. If you get a match,
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I got some matches in the car. Mods, go to my. Mods, can you go to my? I don't want to. I don't want to leave this thing, and I think I'll survive if I get killed or if I get attacked. Mods, can you go to my car and get the matches?
Yeah, did you ever find Willie D's phone?
Yeah, here. I
Yeah, you
toss
get the
it.
personal effects then.
Yeah, yeah, here you go.
I'm gonna walk to the car, but while I'm walking, I'm gonna try to hack my own creation to figure out.
I don't think you have to hack it. You probably put in a way for you to be able to have access to whatever information may be stored on that.
I'm trying to figure out if I can find out who called Willie D last.
Yeah, I think you're able to. Give me a general brains roll.
Now, could I?
Would you roll?
I got a 6, but hear me out.
Oh wait, I think you always roll with extra whenever you deal with X Tech. Is that correct?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I
when
do.
we're so roll one more d6.
Congratulations.
I got 8.
Okay, perfect. So on a mixed success, I'm going to say that yes, you are able to figure out who. There's like a name attached to the number, just like any other, what's it called? Caller ID. There we go. Yeah. And you see that the last so there's some calls obviously from like mom, dad, other people from like the last couple of like hours or day, right? But there is a name that you don't recognize in here, as being like a person that you know or like anyone in the neighborhood. And that name is Gina Doughty.
It's gonna be that way.
Gina Doughty. Okay. I will grab the matches, and then come back into the lab area. Here you go. That is really flammable, so we should probably do this at a distance. Also, does anyone here know a Gina Doughty?
Doesn't sound familiar.
I look to Barbara. That sounds like a woman. You know women.
Not a dowdy.
True. Sounds like a white woman. I don't think any of us know a white woman.
I know
No,
one
it's-
white woman, but I don't know if that's relevant to the
You know
situation.
a white woman?
A singular white woman came by my house today.
You didn't get her name, did you?
No, I didn't care to.
Now, mods, I've seen movies.
Have you?
I have a feeling that it might be the same white woman.
Did the baddie reveal themselves to me in the first 5 minutes of the movie and I didn't know it?
Potentially.
She probably knew that you were friends with Willie. That's why she asked if you knew any places to eat, so she could find out if you eat at the same places Willie eats, so that she could know to make a connection.
Or maybe you might actually just be lucky. Or maybe it's not her, and
It could just be a random white woman, but this
when is it ever?
these coincidences.
White
I don't
women
like
don't
them.
come. White women don't come to easy street. Mods.
Hey, if there's anything I've learned in all my years working these streets, there's no such thing as coincidences.
Okay. First of all, let's burn the rabbits. I have part
Well,
of
they're
the theory
roaches
as to
now.
what happened.
Oh yeah, we're setting this on fire.
Yeah, no, I don't care what information we lose. This gotta go.
I think I know what happened. Possibly, I don't know exactly what that is, but I think I might know what happened.
Okay.
Well, they're multiplying rapidly in that cage, and moving around
smaller,
really fast and getting small. I think somehow they ended up inside of the body, and then they ate their way out. Some of them did, but there was one left that kind of decided to puppet his body for some time.
Flag on the play. Are you saying that there are more out in the world?
I don't know
Beyond.
for sure, but I bet I could tell you who would know for certain, and I show the phone.
Alright, drop the match. Let's go find Gina Dowdy.
As you all
Bring music
turn,
to death, yeah.
as you turn back to look, all of them have stopped moving,
Nigga, what?
and they are all turning. They are looking at you, and now that you are like seeing, like all of them have these like really beady red eyes that they're looking, and so like, and they've also multiplied more since you all have turned away. So there's about like 100 of these things in here, all these tiny little roach-sized rabbits, all turning to look at all of you. And just all at once, there's a, and as they all run to jump against one side of the terrarium, and it like, with enough force, it doesn't fall off of the table, but it does move quite a bit.
I try to hold it down so that we can like.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to hold it, like, because they can't, but now it seems like there's, rather than just the random chaos, there is now a concerted effort.
Please kill this thing. We have to kill these things.
I douse the thing in
As
ethanol.
they start screaming and like hopping, like trying to break against like the top of the cage, but they can't. As you were like, pouring this ethanol on them, screaming with these high-pitched like whirling noises, like 1,000 squirrels yelling all at once.
I'm sorry. Light the match.
Don't apologize. They're white.
It is a chorus of broken violins being thrown against glass. Is the sound it makes as they burn alive in this terrarium.
Lovely. Well,
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
There's a haunted look on Roddy's face that just not here. Let's go.
I've never seen anything so nasty before in my life. I think that's the first time I've ever lost my cool.
Mods, as soon as the screaming started, just somehow was already behind the driver's seat of his car, sprinted out of there.
Where do you all go?
What was that white lady's address?
I don't have an address, but
Yeah, you do have an
She
address.
told- yep.
She told you.
I-
347 Browning Drive.
She did
Yes.
tell you.
I do have an address. We're
Let's
going
go
to
pay her a visit.
Browning Drive. Unless she went to that diner that I said is an hour away, in which case we have a longer ride. But
You get there and there's a sign outside that says out for lunch.
shit down.
No. So the three of you hop in your vehicles. It's getting later in the day. Like right now, it's like around like 7 or 8, and you all make it back to Browning Street or Browning Drive. And you pull up to 347. It looks strange from the last time you've seen this, because again, this is like right down the street from you, Mods, right? Like a lot of these houses are very like all of these like brownstones tend to have like really like kind of like intricate like personalities wise as far as like the architecture and like the way that they're decorated. Like each of them have their own sort of character that are like distinct but still feel like they meld with each other. You get here and it's so strange. Like what was once like this gorgeous 2-story brick house with really nice like front porch, a lot of sitting area, and like a gorgeous like garden and like side path going to the backyard is this kind of really plain white house with like this strange paneling and like tile roof. The like fence out here has been like replaced with like this like kind of like freshly painted white wood of like a picket fence around, and there's like this kind of weird, not weird, but just like this minivan like parked out front in front of the garage, and like yeah, still on the door, and like the like kind of brass like numbers 347.
Hey, Mods. You checked the glove box on that minivan?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Give me like 2 minutes. I go over and break into the van.
Yeah,
Give me a brain shit. Actually, this is going to be a keep your cool. So this is keeping your cool while you're doing this. In what way do you think Mods is keeping their cool as they're breaking up?
I think Mods, especially since seeing the body sit up and then all the things multiply and try to get out of the thing.
Oh,
Excuse me. He's tried to just focus on just like the most analytical like facts of what is happening, what like is going on, and like the things that he knows are real and the things that he knows how to do and knows how to handle. So he's like shoving that image out of his mind, and then just like I don't remember the reference I'm trying to make, but like basically just picturing the lock itself in front of him and like letting the rest of the world fade away, and just like picturing the lock and the tumblers inside and everything he needs to do.
oh, like the Fallout or like the Skyrim or Oblivion like lock picking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. It sounds like then, I think you could do that with brains, because it sounds like you're like trying to like visualize, okay, I know what the inside of this is supposed to look like, and then how to manipulate it from there. So that sounds like brains to me.
I'll also roll to help out as I like go cover you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll +1.
I got a 7.
Okay, that'll be enough. If something goes bad, you take the consequences as well. Mods, you get +1 to whatever you just rolled.
So that'll be a 9 total.
Okay, with the +1?
Yes.
Okay. So on a 7 and 9 for keep it cool, here's what's going to happen. You can, I think as you're doing this, you're realizing that you can get this open, but there's a non-zero chance this car has an alarm. And that you opening this car might set off the alarm, thus letting someone know that you are doing this. You can either continue and open the door, or you can back off now. You're not sure if it has an alarm, to be clear. Am I? In fact, I'm going to let you know right now that I don't know if it does, but we're going to figure it out really quick. Let's see. Do I have a dice? All right. It's a dime, but whatever. Heads, there is one. Tails, there isn't.
Okay.
I know the answer. So, do you choose to break in or not?
You don't want to share the answer before I make my decision?
Why would I share the answer? You don't know if there's an alarm or not.
Because I'm psychic, didn't you know?
You should have rolled higher.
Damn.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna do it.
You pop it open. An alarm starts going off, and lights inside of the house come on. What do you all do in this moment?
Oh shit, we in it now. Check the registration.
I hop in to the driver's seat, pop open the glove box, and grab everything out. And yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna grab it. I'm going to, if there's anything else weird in the car, I'm gonna grab that too. And I'm gonna run back to my car. To I don't know, maybe escape. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm not running away. I am
Okay,
fully
never mind.
standing. I'm fully leaned against the side of the car, waiting for you to tell me what name is on.
What name's on the thing?
Okay, so Barbara's leaning against the side, waiting for waiting for Mods. Mods, you've just gone quickly, rushed. You've grabbed a bunch of stuff, and
Knowing that Barbara is waiting for the name, that is the first thing that I look for, so that I can tell her.
Okay.
immediately.
Understood. So you've gone and you've grabbed a bunch of stuff so you can find the name. What are you doing, Roddy?
I don't know if there's
in the moments after doors been open, alarms gone off, lights coming on, Mods in there grabbing stuff. Barbara's waiting. What are you doing in this moment?
I think I'm waiting. I have one plan and one plan only.
Okay.
To go inside this house and beat this creature's ass.
Understood. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. You are all standing here waiting. Alarm is going off. Lights come on. Mods, you have taken the papers and everything that was in there that you could. You start flipping through them. You open it. You see the registration is for one Jebediah Dowdy.
Oh, the husband.
And as you were looking at it, you notice something move across your thumb. A white fleck.
Bitch. No, absolutely not. No.
And I think in that, and it's the first one. And then when you go to look at your hand, there's another one and another one. and you start to feel like something crawling across you out of the papers, and hands into your sleeves, and you start feeling small things crawling around under your clothes. What do you do?
Getting that cough now. I start panicking. I do like say the name out loud, and then I like start noticing the stuff, and I start panicking, and I think I'm trying to like focus and like find a way out of this situation.
Sounds like you're trying to keep your cool.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like you're trying to do it through mental fortitude. Just trying to like focus yourself in.
Yes. I do have a question for you though.
Yeah.
The car that I'm in, what is its power? Because since I'm in the driver's seat, I get to add its power to my roll.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, you're going to make me look up
Yes.
the mechanics of how vehicles work in this game.
Oh my
God. I totally just didn't say that there was a vehicle out here and looked it up.
Yeah.
No, I could find it really quick. For a truck or a van, its power is 2.
Sweet. So I get to add 2 to this roll. Good, because my soul is 0.
Jesus.
Perfect.
That's a 10, baby.
Ooh, okay, so you're able to focus yourself in as you get out of the car, and you're just kind of like you described to me, what is it as you were trying to focus yourself? You know these things are in your clothes. They are crawling all around you like insects. Like, what does this look like?
I think I'm trying to not focus on the things themselves and the feeling of them crawling on me. I'm like very much just like looking around for the thing that like will get them off of me. And I think I see like I've worked on a lot of the cars in the area, sometimes in their driveways, sometimes at my house. So I know what people's lawns look like, and I know that some people have faulty sprinkler systems. So I see one that looks like if I hit it just at the right angle, it'll bust and then cover me in water. And I hope that that'll get the job done. And I just focus on that.
Okay, so you were making your way to start doing that. Barbara and and Roddy, the two of you see as the front door of the house opens, as they as Maz is trying to try to find a way to get whatever this is off of him. And standing in the doorway is she's 5'6", 5'7" in heels, white woman, blonde hair, emerald eyes, nice dress.
So awkwardly, horribly, I have been standing at the door, in the doorway, waiting basically to be given the go-ahead. And I think my hands are behind my back, holding my special weapon. Not out, but like, it's always in my pants lining. And I've just been sitting there focused. Like, I saw that they were kind of getting in the car, and I said, that's got nothing to do with me. And I've just been kind of standing at this door knowing, because we have to go in here at some point. We should go in here at some point, because someone's got to fucking pay. So so when she opens the door, I'm like maybe 3 inches from like door open space to my body on the steps in this doorway, and I'm big, so I'm like taking up
like
most...
you're much yeah. And she like kind of like comes out trying to be like, because she's reacting to the sound of, you know, the alarm. And so door opens, she's there, and she's like, who's out there? And sees you and looks up. And there's like this moment of shock, like not expecting to see this big black man at her door. And she looks up and she goes, I'm sorry, can I help you?
Question that I just don't remember. What's the name of the person that what's her name?
Nikki.
Like, what's
Nikki Dowdy. Oh, no, sorry, not Nikki.
Gina.
Nikki.
No. Gina.
Gina.
Gina Dowdy.
Are you Gina Dowdy?
Yes? Who are you?
Is she like doing the thing where like no, she probably opened the door in like
She opened the door, like she fully opened the because she wasn't expecting you on the
100%.
Fully open.
I take one step forward. I have a few questions.
You take a step forward, she doesn't take a step back. You take a step forward and you're like chest is like you are like chest to chest with her, and you say like, I have a few questions for you, and there's like this quick pause, and you see the demeanor on her face changes in a way that goes from like shock to like, oh, you have questions for me?
Yeah, I do. And I begin to unbutton my shirt.
You start to unbutton your shirt, and you see she goes a little flush. And she goes, well, my husband isn't home, so, I mean, if you want, you could come in.
Would love to come in. And I put a hand on the door, and I close it. I slam it in a way that that if she was clocking, would inquire bad vibes.
Mm-hmm. You slam the door, separating you from everyone else outside. We'll get back to you in a moment. Barbara, you just... I don't know how much of the conversation you heard, but you did see... Roddy go inside with this woman. And I think also, like, by this point, like, mods, you've been able to, like, get to, like, one of the sprinklers, kick it, and spray it. And surprisingly, it kind of works. They, like, start, like, you douse yourself, and, like, these white bunny bugs are, like, start, like, leaving bugs. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to, but I know what I did. They're starting to like kind of like and like kind of hop out of your clothing. Barbara, what are you doing? You're witnessing wild things happening at the moment.
I'm sorry. It's I can't deal with it because it's nobody mind control.
You got me, Mimi.
Barbara is like sees mods like scrambling, panicked, like spraying water, is like going to check on mods, like, you know, trying to make sure you're okay. Sees some of the little things like hop off and is like stomping them when they hit the ground. And then I think hears this exchange going on and like turns her head and goes, "What?" And then the door slams. She goes, "What?"
Yes. Because I think you clock it more so than Roddy does that her reaction is not one of fear. It is not one of frustration. It's not one of it is lust.
I do clock that, and also Roddy's about to die. So I one last time was like, "Mods, you good?"
Bugs. Bunny bugs.
Okay, you can wait in the car. And I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna kick the door down.
It's a door. Yeah, 100%. You run, you kick the door down. Now, the thing that you see, tell me, Roderick, what were the next steps for you? Because that's the kind of what Barbara is coming in to say.
So the actual thing that, like, the reason I started unbuttoning my shirt was A, because I need to get my my custom weapon out of the back of my shirt lining, and B, actually that's actually all of the reason, and B, because it seems like that she was full of lust, and while Roddy is not well suited in that, don't ask what fetishism can do. Ask what fetishism can do for you. And as he's taking off his shirt, so Miss Linda.
It's Gina. She starts taking off her shirt.
My first question is, what do you have to do with Big Willie?
Oh, you mean Willie D. And she takes off her shirt, and the first thing you see, stamped right here, right above the bosom, you see a spade.
Kendall, I'm so unbelievably confused and worried and befuddled because that's a real life thing, and I keep expecting horror, and you're giving it to me, but not in the way that I.
Sometimes real life is horror, baby. Sometimes fetishism is horrific.
Yeah, and I think that pauses him like way more than anything she could. And his hand is on his crowbar, and one hand is on here. Yeah, Willie D.
Oh. Oh, I knew Willie D. And Barbara, this is when you are like, kick open the door.
Barbara kicks down the door, gun out, and is like, alright, you white demon, we're getting you and your cockroaches the fuck out of this neighborhood.
In the moment that you have broken in here, you called her white demon, you have gun out. Roderick, you are standing in between Barbara and her. There's this moment where a black woman has entered the room. And nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, could be more horrific, more challenging to her in this moment than a non-white feminine force being in here. And her demeanor changes once more into one of rage and ferocity. And you see Roderick before Barbara sees, because you're standing in between them. Her eyes turn red.
Like unnaturally red, or like the
yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, unnaturally red. Not like her eyes go bloodshot. Her pupils turn red.
Oh, thank
and
fucking
the whites,
God, Barbara.
And the whites disappear.
I just say thanks, Barbara, and genuinely, he means that, because he had no idea what to make of everything up until that point, and finally she is giving him a sign of like, oh, something I can hit. I would like to take out my fucking signature weapon and start ushering a beatdown to kill.
Deliver a beatdown, roll plus might. Barbara, you can help if you would like.
Yeah, I'm helping.
And tell me what you doing.
Well, you describe what you do first, and I'll tell you how I help.
Yeah, this could be both of you giving a dual beatdown at this point.
Oh my fucking God. I just... horror. She had a spade tattoo. Anyway, let me check my modifiers. I'm not even looking at the right thing, I'm silly. Do I get a bonus to using my signature weapon? I don't think I do.
Probably not.
That's fine. I have an 8.
Okay.
I did not succeed in helping.
That's fine.
I think I can't get a clean shot.
You can't. Okay. So yeah, describe to me what this moment looks like.
Yeah. So, So there's a moment where there's shock, horror, and then relief. And then back to rage. As he pulls out his shiny, like, I'll say it's like, whatever, I think crowbars are usually pitch black. I think this one is like gray with fire on the top of it.
Like painted on it?
Yeah, like painted on it. It was a joke gift given to him by Willie. And the cut of his shirt is out. He's a little sweaty. He's hairy. You going to hell, white demon. And he lunges forward to just start beating her.
Understood.
With the crowbar.
Mimi, what did you roll?
+1 hook, so it's a 5 total.
Okay,
To
so
help.
failure, mark 1 experience. And because you failed, I do get to make a hard move, so I'm pocketing for what's about to happen. So, you rolled an 8, correct, for your hit. So, are you choosing to deal damage or choosing one of the other ones? It sounds like you're choosing to deal damage.
Oh, yeah. He is in the fury of, like, this is the person that took away my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Give me how much harm do you deal?
So my fucked up thing, my fun little specialty weapon is it's a specialty weapon, so I've swapped its damage out from 2 to 3.
Okay.
And
So
when I
it's-
roll to intent to kill, it does 4.
Okay. So 4 harm.
Well, is that? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. 4. 4 harm.
Okay.
Because they're not a small gang yet.
This first swing that you take, like, where are you aiming for the first swing?
The spade tattoo.
So just like center of, like, so you're coming down, like, right in between her tits. It's like, yeah.
Evil.
So you go and, like, boom, there's this, like, solid hit towards her center mass, and she falls backwards as you land this blow, and her body bends in such a way that should not happen. As she kind of bends backwards from the hit, and her arms land, like, her arms bend, dislocate from their shoulders, and land backwards. So she's kind of like on all fours on her back, and she springs back up and over you, kind of like flipping over you, and like then latching onto you, Barbara, as you have like also like started to get into this fray. And like I think it's like, oh, it's like this the hit that you try to go for is like as she's like in the air kind of pouncing towards you, and she's able, like, her arms begin to bend in strange geometrical ways at their joints to like wrap around you, and kind of like chaosus you in this moment of like just like grabbing around you, and like her eyes are red, and you can see like her, like, as she's like, and she's like, and you can see like her teeth have taken on more rabbit-like features, like really sharp, and she's going to bite deep into you, Barbara, and for that failure, you're going to take 2 harm.
All right,
God damn.
that's just 2 harm. I don't have armor.
Yeah.
How much
So
until
that's
we
just-
die?
I believe it's 8.
Oh, we're good. We'll be
Well, so after 5, things start getting really bad.
Yeah,
Never
2 harm.
mind.
2 harm is just bloody.
Yeah. Once you take 5, once you're at 5 harm, you are unconscious unless someone.
Oh.
So it gets bad. It gets bad really quickly. So you take the 2 harm. Now you have this. I'll just call her what she is. You have this snow bunny wrapped around you, biting into like your shoulder. Mods, you are outside, and inside you hear this just unhinged screaming.
I think Mods was trying to calm himself down in his car, and as he like hears the screaming, can I like see, like, is there a front window that I'm like seeing glimpses of? Oh, the door's open, so I can definitely see shit. Probably.
Yeah, because Barbara kicked it in, so the door's just not there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be an idiot again. Mods has just been repeatedly repeating bugs, bunny, bugs, bunny, and cranks up his car, puts it in drive, revs it, and is going to drive it into the front of the house, and is going to try to time it perfectly such that it hits Miss Nobody.
Who's on
Amazing.
Barbara's
Barbara, are you gonna? Who is currently on Barbara's back? So Barbara,
I'm gonna honk.
Hoping, yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, Barbara, get her off of you.
Yeah, if I can just like toss her so that she is like in the path of the car, I'll do that. If failing that, I will jump in front of the car with her.
Take both of us out.
Like,
You just have to use
Yeah, no,
a
100.
crash pad.
No, 100%. You can. So I would. So are you rolling to help in the hitting of her? In which case, like the success, like a 10+ would be you're able to get her off of you. On a 7 to 9, it would be you're maybe not able to get her off of you, but you are able to force her and yourself in the way of the vehicle.
here's what I'll pitch.
Okay, please.
I'm gonna roll getting out of the way to not get hit by the car, and if I fail, we'll just both get hit.
I like that. I like that. So yeah, roll to get out of the way. So roll plus hustle, which is better for you. So I like that.
That is an 8 total, so I'll take half the harm, minimum 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take half the harm.
Okay, sounds good. Then mods, roll your I guess deliver a beatdown with your car.
I'm crying.
I get to add 2 because my car's power is 2. And
Wonderful.
driver's seat. And I'm adding 1, so this plus 3. How does a 14 sound?
Oh my god.
It sounds great. It sounds like you get exactly what you want and maybe a little more. So you deal your damage and you choose one from, so deal great harm, disarm target, blind, hold, or otherwise disable them. Take something that they're holding or wearing, avoid any counterattack. How much damage are you dealing, like base? Let's start off with that.
So here's the thing. It doesn't say how much damage my car does just by hitting someone.
We can figure it out.
Wild.
Yeah.
Feels like a thing that's important.
Right. So, okay. So a vehicle's base damage is equal to its power. When ramming a target significantly smaller than your vehicle, deal +1 harm damage and take one less harm to your vehicle. So you'll deal +1 to whatever its power.
Okay, so 3 total.
3 total, and then now you get to choose +1. You can deal another. You can deal an additional one. Disarm your target. Do whatever.
Can I pitch something? Can I make a silly request? Can
can
I
make
take someone that the target is holding and do the cool movie thing where I open the passenger door and Barbara is in the passenger seat unharmed?
Yeah, 100%. You can do that. Yeah, I'll let you do that to let Barbara avoid harm. 100%. Describe this to me as both of you in unison, as you were trying to maneuver yourself and this woman in front of the car, and then like trying to get out, and then getting into the car and hitting this lady.
It should not work, but I, especially with like how much, if like the camera is looking at what the street was, there is not that much space between where Mods' car is and the front of the house. But in this shot, it's just like a long stretch where Mods can like get the angling right and drift just right, so that he crashes into the front of the house, drifts just a little bit, opens the back door, hits at such an angle that the door hits the snow bunny, but she lets go in time for Barbara to be able to get away.
Yeah, I
without
think
getting hit.
Barb like angles herself to like push Gina's head where the open car door is gonna be as she jumps backwards into the car.
Amazing. Yeah, you jump backwards into the car just as Mod slides in there, and the snow bunny goes like bounces off of the metal of the car back into the house, slamming hard against the floor. A little like body is broken in ways that geometrically shouldn't happen for the human body. And is like kind of lying there, like twitching and like kind of like just like gnawing on nothing. Mouth covered in blood from biting Barbara, and like also like shirt just like completely like torn off at this point. And is just like kind of like they're like writhing on the ground, arms trying to find purchase on anything. She like while on the ground turns to look up at you, Roderick, and just goes, I need to eat. I need meat. A big hunk of meat like you would be good.
Would you consider this evil snow bunny an overwhelming force?
She could, at the current moment, not really, but she could be. She's a threat still. She's still technically a threat that could do great harm, so sure. Why not?
I think Roderick is still blanked face, thirsting for violence in a way that I think only you all have seen. Well, I guess Barbara would only have seen when we all were kids, and he's the biggest one, and someone hurt our friends, probably you. And he has this crowbar in hand, and he looks at the two of you and he says, "Go."
Me twice. Put it in reverse.
Stand up.
You see her, she starts to find a way to like push her body up and says, finally, just me and you now. I've been waiting for some meat.
You know what you did? You know where you fucked up?
Fucked yet.
No, you right fucked. You fucked up and you took him away from me.
Oh, what? Your big D? You couldn't handle all that, Willie.
You know, life was hard. It was always hard for us. But he made it easier. You took him out of this world. So I'm gonna send you back to hell, white demon. And when I face an overwhelming force, such as a small gang, or a demonic snow bunny, I get armor and power that of a small gang. And I think aura isn't a phrase that hasn't been invented yet. But on this day, it's a Roderick Pullman. Yeah, I want to throw a beat down. I want her dead.
Throw a beat down. Roll plus might. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say you can roll plus extra.
Let's go. Gay season. Yeah, that's a 10.
You deal damage and choose one.
So plus Stone Cold Crazy, I add a +1 harm. Plus this thing that's in my hand, plus the harm. Plus being a small gang against a snow bunny, +2 harm. And I want to deal great harm, plus another 1 harm.
So, okay, what were all of... Can you give me a flat number?
1
that
plus
is?
1 plus 2 plus 1 because of the base move.
So 5.
I think so. Stone Cold Crazy. Yeah.
No, because the crowbar is base 3.
Oh,
so it's
I forgot about the
3
base 3.
plus-
Thank you.
It's 3 plus 2.
So add 2 more.
Plus 1. It's 7.
So 7. Tell me what it looks like when you kill the snow bunny.
The first thing that he hits is the fucking tattoo again. He wants her off of her feet. It knocks her off of her feet. He picks her back up. Get up! And then he hits her back in the. He hits her in the mouth. Teeth are gone. Get up! And it is a repeated. Get up! You're fighting me. Like it's kind of like.
And
I don't know, in the 1700s, it's like 1v1 me, but you're getting the shit kicked out of you every single time you 1v1.
every time she goes back up, she looks more and more rabbit-like. First, it starts off with fur, then her face begins to elongate, then there are long ears that begin to distend from her head, and then it's like, it's like the more and more she becomes slowly as you deliver beat after beat after beat, and she hops back up and up and up. She becomes this large, monstrous white rabbit. What does the final blow look like?
You know, I never told anyone this, but I really did love him. And I really hate you. And I just crack her in the skull, straight down the middle, with the sharp part of a crowbar that you have. And split in the head. She dies. The snow bunny dies, and there's no more mind control.
You were standing here in the middle of this strangely suburban house. The door broken in, a bloodied snow bunny, demonic snow bunny, on the floor, heaving. Mods, Barbara, the two of you drove off, right?
We're still in the yard, I think.
Okay.
No, I backed up just into the front yard.
Okay. So the two of you are in the front yard. Like from the windows and stuff, you can see, you can see Roderick in there.
Yeah, there's a car-shaped hole. We just watched this whole thing happen.
Yeah, exactly. And Barbara, I think you are the first to notice, because I think it's a thing you listen for a lot. You hear the sound of sirens.
Oh, yeah.
Police sirens.
Beep, 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 beep.
I turn left, I'm tears in my eyes, and I'm covered in blood.
Yeah, you're covered in snow bunny blood.
I walk sadly, and I get in the back of the car.
Stop walking, start running.
I walk a little bit faster into the car.
Okay, you're in the car. And it's just out of here?
Yeah.
Yep.
The three of you drive off, leaving behind 347 Browning Drive, where a demonic snow bunny took residence.
So bad.
Y'all know, she said she had a husband.
Yeah.
I think there's somebody out there making these things, and I think we gotta deal with it.
I think it's what Willie would want.
Think we could all work together again?
I'll tell your mom you're allowed to come to the family reunion.
He's just crying. Thanks.
That sounds like a story for another day. Thank you all so much for being here for our Hard Times on Easy Street, baby. Oh my god, what a wild ride that was, gang. Thank you all so much for being here for it. This was once again Hard Times on Easy Street. You can where we were playing Spirit of 77 by Monkey Fun Studios. I was your host, Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Kendo Makes Films. And you can find my actual play podcast if you like more weird horror stuff like this. You can find it over at Tales Yet Told, wherever you get your podcasts, and everywhere on the internet that matters at Tales Yet Told. But hey, I'm the least important person here because I had some amazing people here with me, starting off with Zoe.
Hi everyone, it is me, Zoe. You can find me everywhere that I want to be found at Radical Zoe. If you can't find me outside of that, stop looking. Who did I fucking play? What is his name? I played Roderick Pullman. I played Roderick Pullman, the biggest dick joke out here, the gay man in the glass closet. If you like what I do here, you'll love what I do everywhere else. Find me, or don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna pass it to you, maybe.
Hello, I am Michelle Jones. All kills, I usually do that the other way around, but today, I am Michelle Jones. You can find me at Alessia Kills on most places, including Blue Sky and itch.io. I'm also going to be playing another dysfunctional lesbian on another channel that'll be in the description or the exclamation point, whatever it is on Twitch. I was playing Barbara, the ladies call me Baby Doll Brown, and thank you so much for watching.
And I am Eli. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Reliable Elliot. That's Blue Sky, Twitter, TikTok. I'd just be yapping. I do TTRPG stuff occasionally and am open to work from time to time, but I do just like to talk at the end of the day. Today I played Mordecai. Definitely should be tested for autism. What's my last name? Prescott.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, once again, thank you so much, everybody. This has been such a joy, and yeah, I think that's it. Bye.